647 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Couple of things going on. Bone TV is down and YouTube feed is down. We got some issues going on over here that we're working on. Relax.
We are on YouTube, though, Mike.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
You can watch it on YouTube in the meanwhile.
Yes.
Let's go to YouTube, search the Mike Calta Show, and it's up and running. We got Carmen had a family emergency, and she's not in today, so Johnny B is running the board for us. So
yeah, it really goes to show how important Carmen is.
Not Carmen necessarily, just a normal person with basic
not
child
you, Johnny.
skills.
No,
Yeah.
you're not normal.
I'm just kidding, but Johnny B was nice enough to fill in today because Johnny's got a long day ahead of him. Today is Drew and John Save Christmas. It starts at 10 o'clock at the Oldsmar Walmart right after the show and goes all the way through 7. And you're working all day?
Yeah, I don't think anybody works here anymore, dude. Like you have to grab a host, and
Yeah.
board hopping all day. Which look, I'm more than happy to help out anywhere I can. So
Listen, I'm telling you right now, the fact that Fisher does traffic bothers me.
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I mean, he's the morning show host on a radio station. And he's doing traffic for other stations. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. This business stinks.
Where's Monica? She was out.
She was out tearing it up at the tailgate.
I saw her social media. She's having a good old time, huh?
Yeah. Saw a lot of people from work there last night. It was a good time. Yeah.
Take the day off. Enjoy it.
All right. Also, Johnny, you didn't get to see it, but during the break, Joe and Gio had a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Jerk
A
off.
lot of yelling.
I was very nice to you, Joe, and you just snapped at me.
No,
Joe gets very stressed out, Gio. You have to know how to talk to him.
I just said, look, I'm working on something else. You said, it's not important. What you're doing is not important.
That's
Do
not-
I mean,
this.
he's kind of
All
right.
right.
He's
all
kind
right.
of right,
That's
Joe.
exactly what you said.
That is not what I said.
That is what you said.
I said, Joe,
Scumbag.
we need a sporkle for the radio segment.
no.
Right.
That's
No.
more important.
No, what you said is Bone TV doesn't matter. The radio show matters.
He said radio is first.
Is
That's
that
right.
true?
He's right about
Is
that.
that
It's
not-
bread and butter.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
100%
that's right.
true.
And I told you I was almost done, and you're like, do it now. I'm
That's
like,
not what
all
I
right.
said.
As soon as we went to commercial
Yes,
break,
you
Joe
did.
took his headphones off, smashed his hip into this table, smashed his hip into that table as he's walking up. Panic.
I mean, we need the segment.
Yeah.
I think
know?
this would be an appropriate time to let everybody know that day 12 of the Coffee Bitch Advent Calendar is
Oh,
up on our
fantastic.
Instagram at the Mike Calta Show.
That's right.
Joe, were you able to get a sporkle?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It is what it is, Joe.
Don't
We'll
expect
make,
much, but
make
I have
do.
a sporkle.
You were fiditzing with the TV.
I was not fiditzing. I was checking to see that we were actually broadcasting, you jerk off.
It looked like you were fiditzing.
Yeah, okay. What you consider fiditzing is actually me doing work.
Okay, more importantly, did you walk the dogs?
No, of course not. Of course not. That's Gio's fault.
Oh, my God.
Dogs over radio show, always.
Dogs
Well,
first.
you
Yeah.
should have
Dogs
said that.
first.
You should have said that while you were slave whipping me into doing whatever you want me to do.
I asked you nicely.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
I
you
heard a
didn't.
lot of yelling. I don't know who was
No.
yelling at who.
You
I
didn't
just
ask
heard yelling.
nicely at all.
I never raised my voice.
Jerk
I
off.
said, Joe.
You raised your hand at him like you were going to slap him.
I said, Joe.
Then you gave me a don't give me attitude like
Yeah.
you
You
were my
did. You did
dad.
say that,
yeah, that I did because you were being a dick for
I
no
wasn't
reason.
being a dick. I said, okay, I'll get it done right now.
You say
yes,
the same
massa.
thing about Joe that Big Dick says about Joe.
Yeah,
Joe frustrates everybody. Not
right.
me. I love you, Joe.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, we needed the sporkle. That was of
Yeah,
the utmost
I know you were
important.
telling me while I was in the middle of doing something else.
Yeah, you had to.
Fiditzing.
You needed to stop that
wasn't
and get the
fiditzing.
sporkle.
That's actually
Priorities.
getting us broadcasting on YouTube.
Yeah,
The only
but
thing more
yes.
important is finding hamburgers while they're out there.
Is
Well,
it, you're
I
mi-
can look.
You're missing the point.
He still thinks he should have done that.
Right.
I was getting it done before actually getting this done that you asked me to do. So I got them both done.
Oh,
I'm-
see, look at that.
I'm very impressed.
Overachiever.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you,
right.
Joe.
I don't
That-
need you yelling at me
I never raised my
while
voice
I'm,
one
while
time.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
there's
get
a little-
things done.
There's
No.
a little amperage went up a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The radio show comes first, always.
That's true.
I'm not. I don't disagree with you, but I don't need you yelling it at me in my face while I'm trying to get something done.
I did not
Guy's trying to do double the work over
Yeah.
here, and Gio's yelling in his face.
raise
don't
my
need
voice.
You didn't raise.
All right,
your
well, we
voice.
got it all handled.
Yes,
Ladies and
I
gentlemen.
think so.
Let's play a little sporkle. Here we go.
Know your role, guy.
Oh.
Oh, I know mine.
I know yours. Everybody knows yours. Coffee bitch.
Pap is the keeper of Sporkle. He's also the judge and scorekeeper. This should go great
Yeah.
today. Johnny B is on the board. Joe, what are we playing today?
Today we're going to play True One Hit Wonders. Can you name the '1 hits of artists who have nothing else on the Billboard Hot 100.
Okay.
right.
So far,
Okay.
so good,
This is
Joe.
great.
This goes from the '60s to the 2000s.
I thought for sure
2000s.
Joe was going to do the same one we did yesterday.
No. And,
Okay.
Galvin, don't look at my screen.
I'm not. I'm looking straight ahead.
Thank
I would trust you. Galvin's got
Yeah.
integrity.
Your first one from 1958, Little Star. Who is the artist?
Little star.
1958.
Yes.
4 freshmen.
Thank you, Johnny.
I don't know.
No?
No.
All right. The answer is The Elegance.
Okay.
The Elegance is what I was looking for.
The Elegance.
Next song, 1960,
Ooh,
Alley Oop.
this is going to be terrible.
No, it won't. It gets better.
Alley-oop.
Little Richard.
Loopy.
Alley-oop.
No?
Any of
No.
those right?
Alley oop, oop,
Oop.
oop,
No.
oop, oop.
Oopie-doop.
I
Alley
remember
poop.
the song.
No, nobody answered.
Okay, that's the Hollywood Argyles.
Okay.
Your next one, 1968,
Oh, boy.
Dominique, artist.
Elvis Presley.
No idea.
It's called The Singing Nun. Is the answer.
Off to a good start here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Your next one, 1969, in the year 2525. In the year 2525.
The Dangling Priest.
Nope.
Oh.
No idea.
That's Zager and Evans. And I know that song.
Yeah, you do.
You were in high school when it
You,
came out.
Yep.
you a bigger fan of Zager or Evans?
More definitely Zager.
I'll always be Evans fan.
Yeah.
Shout out Mike Evans.
Your next one from 1979. Pop music. Talk about. Pop music. Talk about.
Yeah.
Pop music. Talk about.
about.
Mhm.
That cafe.
Anybody?
Yeah. No.
No.
No. The band's name is M.
Oh.
Just the letter M. From 1988.
Yeah.
When I'm with you.
When I'm with you.
88.
1988.
Madonna.
She had more than.
Yeah.
Oh, they're one hit wonder.
Yeah.
Yes, one hit
wonders,
wonder.
Yeah.
Madonna was kind of popular.
Am I allowed to guess?
Nobody got it, Joe. What is it?
Elvis, too. I
Johnny
said
can
Elvis.
guess.
Johnny,
John
do you
Wayne.
know it?
John Wait.
No, it's Sheriff.
No.
Damn it.
Sheriff.
Sheriff.
Oh,
by
that's
the way-
right. The heavy metal when I'm with you. Yeah.
By the way, John Wayne had hits, buddy.
Oh, okay. Your next one, 1988.
Here we go.
Don't worry, be happy.
Bobby McFerrin.
Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we are halfway there. And right now, Gio and Galvin are not on the board, and Michael is your leader with 1.
Good chutney.
Where's the music?
Yeah. Johnny.
Your next
It's
one,
all right.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
from the year 2000, the song Butterfly.
Oh,
Crazy Town.
Galvin.
Yes.
Ting.
Ding.
Yeah.
There we go.
I was getting the music back.
I got you.
Your next one from 2005, Bad Day.
Daniel Powder.
Gio.
Yeah. Had a bad day. The Buccaneers suck.
Real Bucks
Trying to
fan.
get YouTube connected. Gio's yelling at you. You smashed your hip into the table.
I mean, you know, it's a great day so far. Great day, everybody. Okay, your next one from 2012, Harlem Shake.
What was that?
I don't know. I
The
know.
Harlem.
Yeah.
That is Bauer. B-A-U-E. I don't know, whatever it is.
Remember when everyone did the Harlem Shake?
You remember that. Your next one from 2013, Rude.
Don't
One
want
hit
to
wonder.
be rude.
Yeah.
Travie McCoy.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Oh, that's a good guess, though.
Yeah.
The answer is Magic, is what I was looking for. Looking for Magic. And we are on the last 3.
All right.
All right. It's tied. Are we all tied up?
No.
Yes. Everybody's got 1
yeah.
point on the
Yeah, yeah.
board.
Oh, man.
tight.
There we go.
And I don't have a backup.
Oh,
so
don't worry about
I
it.
hope somebody gets it.
Okay.
Your next one from 2014, cheerleader.
20. No.
No.
Cheerleader. I was looking for OMI is the answer. Your next one from 2020, Savage Love.
I know that song.
Savage Love.
Yeah. Anything?
No.
Garden.
No.
What is it, Joe?
Jawesh 685.
Oh, brother.
And your last one.
We gotta get it. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't get it, 3 people are winning the prizes.
Oh,
Okay,
come on. We
okay.
can't have it.
Come on.
Your last one from 2020, Heat Waves.
Heat waves.
Heat Waves
2020?
2020.
These are all TikTok songs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I was looking for Glass Animals.
Oh.
Your final score. Gio with a single point on the board.
Yeah.
Galvin with 1.
Good job! 2025.
And Michael with 1.
Yeah. Eat a W,
Good job,
everybody.
Good
You
job,
guys still got to do my rule. I won. We all won.
Yeah.
Technically, we all won.
So
No.
what? Do we all get a win on the year total?
Yep.
That
Galvin,
stinks.
pick a line.
I'll go line 2.
All right. Good morning. Who is this?
Eric.
Eric, Galvin, 1 for you. Please hold. Gio, pick a line.
Line 6.
Line 6. Good morning. Who's this?
Diane, good morning.
Good morning, Diane. Gio, 1 for you. Please hold. I'll take line 13. Good morning. Who is this?
Steven.
Steven, I 1 for you. Good job. Hold on, Steven. There you go.
Thank you, Mike.
All right. Thank you. I worked hard at that one. Thank
So
you.
we all get W's in the year-end totals.
I mean, yeah.
It's the only way to make it
It's the
fair.
only way to make it fair. Joe, way to go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you had to do what you had to do.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Would anybody like the year-end totals?
Sure.
Yeah,
We're getting
yeah,
close.
so
We got
far,
1
yeah.
week left.
Yeah.
I now have 19 wins on the year.
Whoa.
19.
All right.
Galvin,
Yeah.
you have 97 wins on the year.
all right.
Close to 100.
Yeah.
And Mike, 116 wins on the year.
Pretty solid. Pretty solid.
I will catch you by the end of the.
See if you can get 20. See if I can get 100.
Yeah.
I mean, you have kind of an odd number. So.
Mm.
I like it. All right. What do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, we have Hero to Zero, Foot Fungus, and Extra Cash for Christmas.
Oh, and if you want to hear Todd Bowles curse a lot, we're going to play that as well.
Yes,
We'll talk
yes.
about Tampa Bay Lightning news also. All that coming up in the next hour when Galvin has your news next on 102.5 The Bone. Mike Calta Show. It's 1025 The Bone. Our phone number is 800-771-1025. Today, starting at 10 a.m. at the Walmart in Oldsmar, you can go visit John and Drew and Dizzy, and I'm sure everybody else is going to be stopping by as they start Drew and John Save Christmas, which is going to be happening all day from 10 a.m. all the way down till 7 p.m. Today, those guys will be on the air. That would drive me insane. To be there all day.
I mean, Orlando's there for like a week, isn't he?
That's true. He lives on
there.
the scaffolding. Yeah.
Yeah. You do it for the kids, man.
Yeah, these guys are, all of them are insane, but I think they're all good people. And, yeah, they are doing it for the kids. They are raising, they are collecting toys, and they are doing it to help the kids in Tampa Bay for the holidays. No kid wants to wake up on Christmas without presents. You know, I thankfully, as poor as we were when we were kids, my mother made sure we always had presents for Christmas. So I never experienced that, thank God. But it was, I don't know, she may have gotten help. She may have gone to one of these organizations that are like Drew and John are doing today, that are willing to get together and help out the community. So go by and see those guys today. They'll be out there all the way down till 7 o'clock and help do what you can. I also want to take this time to thank Trans-Siberian Orchestra for the 5th year in a row now. They've teamed up with me for the Calta Family Foundation and donated $1 from every ticket sold to the Calta Family Foundation, which comes out to, when it's sold out, somewhere around $15,000, and that is pretty much the major funding that we use during the holidays. Like, we'll use last year's money to buy this year's gift for kids for Christmas, and the same thing for next year, and allows that to go on. And also the second show that they have, they still do the Mason Dixon charity. And I know Mason's not on the air, but I guess he's still very involved in his charity. And $1 from every ticket sold goes to that. So continuing again to help kids in the Tampa Bay area. So thank you to Trans-Siberian Orchestra for being great. Those shows are on the 14th, which is this Sunday, right here at the Benchmark Arena. So right now, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news. That's you, Johnny. You press the news button.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
I also want to thank Johnny B for the last second filling in to fill in and run the board for Carmen today, who had a family emergency and she could not make it in today. So thank you, Johnny. We appreciate you being here.
Oh, no, it's a pleasure. I'm sorry. I'm not quite as sharp as I normally am.
I understand. No, you found out in the middle of the night last night that you were coming in today.
Poor Johnny out drinking, having a good night.
On his anniversary.
Bucks game, anniversary. Let's get some drinks. Oh, can you be there at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, but he only has to work till 10.
Oh,
what's that? He has to stay till 7 o'clock?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're happy about it.
No.
I'm not.
Galvin, what do we have in news?
So today's top story.
What?
Bucks blew a 14 point lead. Yeah,
Might as well blow each other.
They lost 29-28 to Atlanta Falcons last night, which is their second loss to a team eliminated from contention in 5 days. Coach Todd Bowles unloaded on his club with profanity-laced assessment and questioned how much some players cared about the way they're going about their jobs. Take a listen to this.
It's inexcusable. You don't make excuses. You gotta care enough where the hurts. You gotta care enough where the hurts. It gotta mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well can you do your job? Well, you can't sugarcoat. It was inexcusable, and there's no answer for it. There's no excuse for it. That's what you tell them in the locker room. Look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror.
I mean, that's epic. Oh, it's gonna be an all-time clip right there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's honest, and it's honest, and it's all he can say at this point. I don't agree with the people. I mean, I don't really love Todd Bowles either way, but I don't agree with the people who are like, fire Bowles. It's not his fault. It's not his fault the team stinks.
Yeah.
That the defense isn't playing at all. It's not like they're running wrong formations and routes, and he's giving them, or whatever they do. I mean,
if you're not executing the plays
right
that are being called, then that's on you. But he's basically saying, like, hey, You're about to get us all fired, and we're all gonna have to pack up our families and move the hell out of Tampa because.
But he needs to start calling out names. I want to know who he's talking because he said he's got some people in his head because he's like they're not playing to their potential.
I don't know if you do
that.
that in the media though.
Yeah, they're never gonna do that.
No, I don't really mean that he should. I'm saying, but he's gonna have to hold certain people accountable.
I'm sure in the meetings this stuff comes up.
Oh yeah,
very much.
Oh, I
all
would
the
hate
time.
to have to go to this meeting today.
Yeah,
and Evans. If you didn't see, walked off the field before the game was over, smashing his helmet and been cursing to himself.
They said a couple of the guys did. Evans did. I think Rashad White did. Like a couple of the guys.
You have to think Evans. I had a broken collarbone. I came back, had a all-time game. 6 catches, over 100 yards. I mean all that, and then you guys can't stop him. And Mayfield even said, he goes, "It's on my shoulders." That last interception.
Yeah.
I mean that just really blew it.
The quarterback's always going to say it's on me.
Yeah.
Which is good. But like I don't know if you've seen the clip when Evans is in the tunnel. He's by himself, slams his helmet, and he goes 3rd and effing 28 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he was going not like you had them beat.
The Buccaneers fell to 7-7, a half a game behind the Carolina Panthers in the NFC South.
They know that they're not going to make they have those probabilities, like the percentages.
Right, I saw it last night.
But had the Bucs won last night, their percentage of winning the division was like 86%.
Yeah.
It dropped down to like 40% now.
Okay, so we play. I don't know what is the scenario.
So
what do we have to do
next week? We play Carolina,
which is going to be miserable.
That's basically a playoff game.
But also we've been known to pull it out of our ass every once in a while.
You've been hoping that for the last month.
All right, so we win next weekend. We
Okay.
beat Carolina.
Then
Carolina takes a loss. We get the win,
Then we play
Dolphins,
the Dolphins
in Miami.
which could also be a win.
You could lose that game.
Right.
It's an AFC game.
We could lose every game at
Yeah,
this
right.
point.
But
yeah.
I'm saying in the scenario, you can lose that game, and then you just have to beat the Panthers twice.
Yeah.
You can lose to the Dolphins, beat the Panthers twice, and you win the division.
Because you have Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But you lose that game, you lose this next game, it's over. It's done.
Yeah, it's done.
If it's not done already.
I mean, if that soundbite, that we just played, if that wakes them up and the defense even plays halfway decent,
I don't think the talent's there.
Yeah.
I don't think the talent's there. It's like Gio said earlier. I think Levante David's too old. Not too old to not play, but he's lost a step.
Yeah, and he doesn't have anybody good backing him up. Like,
right.
It's just, it sucks, man.
you don't think Jack Bullock is good?
There are some injuries still in there that people are playing with.
Yeah, again, injuries has really been, I think, the Bucs' undoing.
Yeah.
Because Zion goes out last night, and right away, first thing they do is they attack the Parrish kid.
Yeah.
And then Tyke Smith was out. He's been one of the best players on the team in defense all year. So it's like you're missing key players, but whatever.
But it's like the offense. When your key players are out, the backup guys got to step up. And we don't have that on the defense.
I don't know. It sucks.
Speaking of defensive players, you see Pittsburgh Steelers star T.J. Watt was sent to a local hospital after experiencing lung discomfort at the team's practice facility Wednesday.
Wow.
Now, I don't know exactly what happened here, whether he was working with a trainer and something happened, and now this guy's got lung problems, but he did not practice on Thursday, and his status for Week 15 against the Dolphins is in question. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin spoke about the injury Thursday, confirming Watt was sent to the hospital for test. Tomlin added that his status for Week 15 was up in the air, and he expected more clarity depending on what tests showed on Thursday.
What are lung problems? You having a problem breathing?
Lung problem? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether
how do they specifically know it's his lungs?
Yeah, I don't know
like
whether
a hit or something.
Yeah, I don't know whether something happened with the trainer or what exactly was going on, because I had saw an article. It's like T.J. Watt may have a lawsuit against the team. And all this time I'm like, oh boy.
See, that's why I avoid working out. These things really they can be a problem.
Good idea. Tampa Bay Lightning scored 4 goals in the first period en route to an 8-4 win over the New Jersey Devils last night. Oliver Bjorkstrand had 2 goals and an assist, and Kucherov had 4 assists. Jonas Johansson made 33 saves for the Lightning, who have won 2 in a row after 4 straight losses. So they had that 7-game win streak, then they had 4 losses. Now they're back to 2 in a row. So hopefully they're going to be doing well. They take on the Islanders tomorrow at 3:30, so it's an afternoon game, which you can hear right here on 102.5 The Bone.
Is that in New York?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in New York.
I got a free weekend this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, you're thinking about going and seeing him?
Yeah. Well, my wife and daughter leave for the metropolis of Winter Haven today.
Oh, yeah?
Because for volleyball. So
Don't take the sprinter.
How'd you get out of that?
I don't know.
Do they know yet?
Well, they have to. What do I have to do? I have to work. I have to do some stuff.
You just said you have a free weekend.
Yeah, but I mean, like, free from family duties.
There's work stuff?
I don't know, Gio. I guess I could have gone to this one. Sunday, I have TSO. Well, no. Saturday, I have a Christmas party to go to.
What party?
I don't necessarily want to say on the air, but I have a Christmas party to go to on Saturday. It's
got to be somebody famous if you're going. I bet.
It's a party where him and a bunch of people get together with a van and pick up 12-year-old.
No. What do you think?
I don't want to say it.
What's the first letter?
W.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Oh no.
No.
B.
Who?
B.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can't miss that.
No. So that's on Saturday, and then Friday I have nothing tonight. I have nothing. I'm looking for something to do tonight. Last Friday I went and rove the streets of Newport Richey.
Yeah. Do you want to come to soccer?
No.
Okay.
No. If I did, if I wanted to go. No.
I mean, they let hosts do it these days.
Sticking with Tampa Bay Lightning, the Lightning, NHL, and Fanatics, the league's authentic outfitter, have unveiled the uniforms for the highly anticipated 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series outdoor game between the Lightning and the Boston Bruins. Have you seen these yet or no?
I have, yeah.
What do you think?
So it's interesting. I was with some people who hated them, and I think they're awesome.
Yeah, I like them.
I thought they looked cool too.
Yeah, they seem like I love the stadium series. I think it's a great thing that they do. I've been to the one in the Dallas where I went and saw the Stars play, and it was a really fun experience. And I think it's great that it's coming here. And I like that it's not just like lightning bolts and all the yellow light. I like it's just a cool thing that we've never done before.
Would I want them to wear those all the time? Probably not.
No, it's a good good for the one time.
It's got the TBL going across the front. It's got a little bit of lightning in there and stuff, and they look good on too. I saw some of the players wearing them.
I have to tell you, this is not because there are lightning. I think the lightning color schemes and logos are some of the best, and I have a lightning tattoo on my arm.
Yeah.
I think that the lightning bolt, it's just a good representation of Tampa Bay, that their logo. And I think that having the black jerseys are cool.
Yeah.
I like their alternative jerseys. I like to wear the old school jerseys.
The big thing on this one is it's like baby blue.
Yeah,
which we never had before. I think that looks pretty cool.
It looks like ice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You can't please everybody. I was with some people and they're like, "Oh, look at this stupid thing." I'm like, what do you want?
What do you think of the pirate ones that they had?
I like those cool. Like, I don't want one, but I think they're cool.
I didn't think those were
think they're
great.
a little clip arty. You know what I mean? Like a little generic clip art.
Like, they could have been better, yes.
Yeah.
But also, like this one here, I'm sure there were some other designs, maybe some others we would have liked better, but I kind of like this one. I think it came out good.
The pirate one looked like when you used to create a team in like Madden or NHL or PlayStation, and you had to pick like random things, and that's one of the clip art ones.
The big outdoor game is happening at Raymond James Stadium. That'll happen on February 1st, marking the first time in league history that an outdoor game will be played in a football stadium in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Can we tailgate for that?
I mean, we should.
Yeah,
of course.
We should.
Get a Zamboni out there.
You should tell Melanie.
Oh, believe me, I'm not the first person to bring that up. I'm sure she's
that's a big opportunity.
Already thought of it, yeah.
Anybody need a little extra spending money for the Christmas holidays?
No, I'm flush right
Doing
now.
good?
I do.
Yeah,
I got to pay Carmen in like 5 days.
Yep.
Well, if you need to pay Carmen, maybe play the Powerball.
Yeah.
The jackpot is $1 billion.
Oh,
wow.
The drawing is on Saturday, and the jackpot, $1 billion.
Hey, let's tell Carmen it was in the fine print. If she had a call out in the month of December, she doesn't get paid.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. I'm sure she'll go for it.
Yeah.
It was $20 each. That's
right.
So what's the payout? 700 something, probably.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Good for her.
No. So the billion.
Oh, the billion.
Her payout.
Oh, she's over $1,000.
Yeah,
That's
her
like-
payout is like
1400.
Oh, yeah. 700 and something million would be nice.
Yeah.
I'd get you guys some nice Christmas gifts.
Oh,
That'd be really nice.
Not you, Joe.
oh, why
You
not?
screwed up today.
No Bone TV.
No, I can't.
Priorities.
Unbelievable.
Are we on YouTube?
Yep.
You're back on the list.
Back on, baby.
Bone TV?
Yeah.
Oh.
We are connected to Bone TV as well.
This guy, you can't knock Joe down. And he walked the dogs.
That's right.
Joe I never had a doubt.
Oh, sure.
Maybe you don't play the Powerball, but you still need some money. Well, Polk County deputies busted 3 people accused of giving kids counterfeit money to spend at Lakeland businesses and then give them the change back.
That's smart.
Yeah,
That's how you get rid of the money.
Yeah, $20 bills. Give the kids $20 bills. They go in and get something that costs, $2, whatever. You get $18 back. You don't think kids are going to be coming in with counterfeit money and stuff. During an interview, though, one of the kids turned. They flipped. They told investigators that Beyonce Staten and Quinice Staten Langley gave the kids $20 bills and instructed them to go into the stores, buy something, and bring them back the change. The 2 suspects were charged with the scheme to defraud, petty theft, uttering forged bills, conspiracy to commit fraud, contributing to delinquency of minors, third charged and scheme to defraud, all kind of different stuff. Yeah, so they got a bunch of charges.
There was a rumor that when I was a kid that this guy that was friends with it. Remember when like Fort Lauderdale was this place to go for spring break in the 80s? They would drive down from New York to Fort Lauderdale, and they would take a bunch of counterfeit money, and they would stop at all the mom and pop places on the way down and break the bills like that.
Yeah.
So they'd leave with $1,000 in fake bills, and then they'd get there and they'd have like $900 in real cash, and they laundered the money through the whole South.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that they would go to the bars and spend the money because when it's busy like that, anytime it was Memorial Day weekend or 4th of July or something, you're busy as all get out and stuff. A lot of people try and pass counterfeit bills.
Also, if you go into those girls at the beer tub and you just hand her a 20, she's not checking that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now they got those pens and all that.
And even
stuff.
if you go in and get like 3 beers and whatever, $17, and you're like, here's a 20, keep the change.
Yeah.
You're getting your beers for free. You're not necessarily getting the money back or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, but these guys went to all mom and pop stores on the way down and just broke the bills there, which was so smart.
It's funny though, when you're touching that much money, you immediately can tell fake bill. Like, I remember at the end of the night, I was counting the money, and I'm going, boom, 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 going, and I just go, who took that? I go, you got to be kidding me. Just completely fake. Is that fake or is that real? Yeah. Joe, can you tell? I could just tell by the way you handed it. That's fake.
That's real.
That's fake.
Keep it.
It's fake.
Go spend it.
I can tell by the sound of it.
Immediately it's fake.
Yeah.
It's way too smooth.
You
think that's real?
Is that not real?
Let me see.
It sounded fake.
What's it say on it?
If it's real, I got a whole bunch of them.
By the way, read right up there. What's it say?
What an idiot.
It says not for legal tender.
What does it say?
Motion picture purposes only.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you, Michael.
Yeah, keep it.
Give it to Carmen.
Yeah.
Oh! What if we all pay her fake money?
I have a bunch of it.
We're all
By the way, I
arrested.
want to point out this is movie prop money before the Secret Service kicks in my door.
Yeah.
That is not, I will never, ever joke around with counterfeiting money because I did one time and the Secret Service came kicking in the door and I never want to experience that again.
They're in charge.
What's worse, fake $100 bills or giant bucket of pennies?
Giant bucket of pennies.
Fake $100 bills will get you arrested. Yeah. Giant bucket of pennies makes you look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Fake $100 bills get you a.
It's funny
Make you look like a convict.
There's a bunch of pennies. 70-year-old man from New Jersey who was praised for trying to save his neighbor in a fire. Twisty turn.
Set the fire.
Is now being charged for her murder.
Oh.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of details, but apparently they now believe this guy started the fire.
That's pretty good. You burn your arm a little bit and you're like, I went in and I tried.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
But also, a lot of people fall for this one. They kill the person, start a fire, do the whole thing. They go, they died in a fire, and then they do the autopsy. There's no smoke in the lungs because they're already dead. And they're like, we know they were already dead.
It's hard to get away with murder.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah. It's funny because we've talked about that before, and there's a lot of murders that go unsolved, but also you hear about these murders, it's 23 years later, and they're like, we got you.
Yeah.
And you had 23 years out on your own, but that whole 23 years, they were like, somebody's got to know.
Remember the DC sniper? They couldn't catch that guy, but I think that now would never. That guy was going into the car through the back seat, shooting through the trunk in a hole in the trunk, and sniping from the car so nobody could see it because the car was parked and nobody was outside the car. Now I think cameras would pick that up. Like I don't think cameras were as prevalent then as they are now.
That's true. Yeah. And also, sometimes there's an anomaly. Just sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen it before where something happens and they're like, we had that guy.
Yeah.
And then we let him go or whatever. Yeah, it's wild. By the way, if you've never heard it, just Google Patrice O'Neill, DC sniper. What he says, maybe one of the funniest things in the world.
Do you remember the Seminole Heights? Shooter?
Yeah.
Do you know how they got that guy?
How?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
So
say it quiet.
Yeah, I'll whisper it. So the Seminole Heights shooter was elusive. They could not get a beat on who it was, but they did know the kind of gun that it was because of the bullets. So then they went to the gun stores and they searched people that bought that type of gun and narrowed it down. And that's how they ended up finding out who it was.
Yeah, because then you have that list of names and say whatever it is, 25, 50 names, and you go talk to people, and then they're a little shifty and shaky, or if they have a background of something. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not their first day.
Right,
Investigators and detectives and stuff, they know, and it's just like anything else. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So they'll be like, oh, we've had this situation before, and here's how you figure it out. Because there's some of the stuff that you see, and you're like, God, that's clever.
The most amazing thing, the documentary that I've seen, is that one where the girl is getting the harassing text. I don't want to give it away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the it was just recently.
Yeah, she's getting harassing texts from somebody, and they're saying just most god awful things to her. And it gets to the point where the FBI gets involved to figure out who is sending the text, and the end result is just absolutely amazing. But to show you all the work that the law enforcement had to go through to try and triangulate and figure out who was doing it. It's just it's unbelievable. I wish I could remember the name of it. I'm sorry.
It is Unknown Number. The
Unknown
high school
Number.
catfish. Yeah.
It is one of the most amazing things I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Without spoiling it, the person that was sending the messages was over 100,000 text messages over like 2 years.
Yeah. It's insane. It really is insane. And that poor girl was so harassed.
I'm listening to a Dateline. Something About Carrie, which is a thing that I've seen before, and I know it, but like this is specifically a whole podcast series about it and stuff. And a lady just got shot in the park in her leg, and they're like, "Wait a second!" She said it was this lady, and the cops were there almost immediately. Like the cops were there within, and they're like, "We couldn't find a trace of anyone and this and that and everything." And one guy's like, I think she shot herself. And so now the situation, which is how crazy are you she's doing all these text messages and doing all this different stuff, but how crazy are you? How deep in it are you that you're going to shoot yourself in the leg to blame somebody else? Because you have arteries in your leg. You could easily shoot yourself in the leg. Even if you know, though, let's say okay, I know exactly where the arteries are and stuff.
I have no idea.
But you slip, you do this, that. Also, the cops are busy that night, and the ambulance doesn't get to you in time and stuff. You could easily kill yourself.
Galvin, I opened the drawer the other day in my
Shot yourself
kitchen,
in the leg?
And I grabbed a fork. And when I went to grab the fork, my finger touched the tip of a knife, and I went, ah!
Yeah.
So I could never shoot myself.
Oh, no
I could
way.
never. I do not. I can't even give myself a steroid shot.
Ugh.
No.
So that guy went from hero to zero because they were like, oh, he saved the lady, or was trying to help save the lady, and then they found out that he probably murdered her and started the fire. A Volusia County man faces arson charges after deputies say he set his truck on fire, but he had a good excuse to draw attention to other criminal matters in the neighborhood.
Yeah, well, there's gang violence. You set your car on fire so that the gangs get trouble.
Michael Hudson Jr., 43, is accused of using his torch lighter to set a fire to a clothing basket in his truck, according to the Bureau of Fire and Arson. Hudson said his truck was stolen at first, then admitted to starting the fire. He was arrested the following day and booked into the Volusia County Jail.
Hey, can somebody please just let my wife know? I don't know that she's going to necessarily buy it for me, but I do not want a blowtorch.
No.
That seems to be the hot thing on Instagram. Is there all these macho guys with blowtorches? Because you could just.
Well, you already have the flamethrower.
A flamethrower.
Yeah.
I don't have a flamethrower.
I thought you got the Elon Musk one.
No. I was afraid of that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a nice idea, but I don't need to throw a flame anywhere, and that's just going to set my yard on fire. And
I'm always afraid that it would explode in your hand.
Yeah, something like that. Like me, I know that I'm a klutz,
right?
And I know that I'm going to be the one to either burn myself or somebody else. I don't want it. And I don't think my wife was going to buy me one. I'm just saying, if anybody has the idea, don't get it from me.
I got you that blowtorch gun not too long ago, which clearly you probably didn't even open and threw away, but.
Blowtorch gun.
Yeah, it was a gun for the grill.
Oh, for the grill. No, that's different. I have that. I use that. That's different. I'm talking about one of those ones that you hold. Yeah, like that. Because now they have them where you just screw the propane can on or whatever it is. And I don't want that.
Oh, that would be fun.
It would be fun to do.
When are you going to use it, though? Like once a year?
Not even.
You go, hey, guys, check it out. And then you go out in the yard and they go, cool, bro. And then you put it back in the garage.
You ever see a video where the guy tries to show you how his dirty grass lights up, and next thing you know, his whole yard is on fire in his house? I don't want to be that guy.
You know what you use it for, though, is in the middle of summer with the mosquitoes, and you just
right through my screens. Yeah,
exactly. A female DoorDash driver in Indiana has been accused of pepper spraying a bag of food.
I saw the video.
See the video? Yeah, possibly because she was upset over a tip. She was caught on camera, though. It's unclear if the police have found her yet, though. But it's all over the internet with her pepper spraying the food. What an idiot!
I will say that the Ring doorbell is the greatest invention since the iPhone.
Oh, it's unbelievable! It really is.
I mean, the minute anybody is in the vicinity of my house, it alerts me. It goes off, and I can see everything, and it's already recording.
Yes, and the view is great, and the high def is great too. I mean, the quality of it is unbelievable.
I was ding dong ditched one night.
Oh,
and I was able to freeze frame on the kid's picture and show my daughter and go, "Do you know these young suspects?" And she's like, "Yes, I do." And I go, "Okay, we'll let them live this time for ding dong ditching us."
I saw a Ring doorbell thing where cops came up in their cop knock on the door, and you can tell the guy is inside, probably eating a bowl of cereal. He goes, "Yep." They go, "We need to talk to you, blah, 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 this, that, and everything." He goes, "Nah, I don't think so." Yeah. They go, "You need to come to the door," and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, "Got a warrant?" And they go, "No, but you need to come talk to us." And he goes, "No, thanks."
Yeah.
And just, I mean, it couldn't be more I don't think so. And the cops are just like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing they can do. You've seen enough of those videos on Instagram where they tell you how to deal with the situation. I find I don't do anything wrong, so I feel like I'd want to talk to the cops. But
I know.
I did find out.
What did Dom tell you, though?
I did find out that the cops called me one time for something that was unrelated to me. They said, "We would like to talk to you about this situation." And I said, I didn't say anything. They left me a message. So I called Dom and I said, "Hey, I'm going to call them back because I don't know anything about it. I'm going to call and tell them." And he goes, No, I'll call them. And I go, "Well, I don't mind telling." He goes, "No." I go, "What's it?" He said, "The cops are allowed to lie to you.
Sure.
They're allowed to say to you, 'We want to talk to you about this.' And then when they have you on the phone, they could ask you about something else or they could lie to you." I went, "Oh." And he goes, "Yeah, I'll handle it." I went, "All right." I mean, I always feel like I have nothing to hide, so I don't mind talking. But the smart thing, like if my wife turned up dead, and I wanted absolutely to find out what's happened to her and all that, I'm going to be cooperative, but I have to hire a lawyer because we
100%.
found out they just try to make you look like you did it.
Let me ask you
It's not like
this.
I've been saying I want to kill her for all these years.
If there was a situation where you were innocent, you know you're innocent and stuff, and they have some questions for you, and then would you mind taking a polygraph?
Right. I would normally say, no, I don't mind. I'm innocent. I know, because normally that's the train of thought is if you got nothing to hide, do it. But also anything that they find in there, they could use against you.
Well, two things, though. Two things. One, they don't use them in court, so there's no benefit whatsoever. And two, they can lie to you and tell you that you failed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that.
They can absolutely lie to you and say, and it's the standard line, because I listen to so many of the true crime things. I've never seen somebody fail this poorly. You failed every question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Well, I mean, I was there, but I didn't do it." You know, they start turning, and you're like, "Oh, you dummy." Yeah.
Have you ever had a cop knock on the door and you're not expecting it, and immediately you start thinking like, over the last 20 years, what did I do wrong?
100%.
Oh, Johnny, one time I had I was coming here. I was probably like 21, and I was living in Miami at the time, and I came here in the middle of the day on a quick flight over, and it was very much the time of grunge was popular, so I was wearing like a flannel thing and jeans, and I was waiting. I had borrowed one.
Cool.
Right. Well, I'm just telling you what I
Yeah, I
look,
know.
so you get a visual of what I look like. And I borrowed one of my fraternity brothers' pieces of luggage because I didn't have one, and it was coming through on the belt, and I was looking at it. And right here, I hear the voice go, "All bags look alike. Please match your luggage tag." So I go, "Okay." So the bag comes through. I pick it up. I match the luggage tag to make sure I got the right bag, and I start walking. And next thing you know, these two giant white dudes in sweatshirts came up to me with their badges around their neck, and they're like, "Can we talk to you for a second?" And I went, "Yeah." And they're like, "You mind if we go through your bag?" And I did the same thing. I started thinking about every crime I ever committed in my life.
Yeah.
And my biggest thing that I could come up with was that Moose and I used to tape and trade bootleg concerts. And I thought, they've got my bootleg business. They've got me down. And they just, at the end, after they went through my thing and they let me go, I was like, "What was the problem?" And they said, "You just look suspicious." They said you're flying on a business airline, like a trip that businessmen normally take. I come to Tampa for the day from Miami, and you went over there and you matched the luggage tag. I go, "So basically, I did everything right that I was supposed to do."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, basically."
I had detectives come to my door before because of credit card fraud. They thought I matched a description of somebody who had been doing fake credit cards.
Really?
Yeah, and they had there was two detectives. And they wanted to come to my house, and they said, "Can we come in?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess."
Yeah, like you didn't do it, so
No,
you're like,
no,
"Yeah."
Never let him in the door.
Yeah, but I was probably like 23, 24. This is when I was living in Tallahassee, little ass apartment. And
I put on this elf hat. We want to see if it's you.
Yeah. And I came on in and they asked me a bunch of questions. I go, "No, I've never been there and written this." And they were very like trying to trip me up. And they said, "Oh, so you're saying, so if we had video of somebody looks just like you would say that's not you?" And just all the questions.
I would be like, "I'd say that guy's gorgeous."
Yeah, but I was freaking out because I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Two things real quick. I'm sorry. Before I forget, speaking of bootleg, one of the first times I after I hung out with you, Mike, way before I was on the radio, you saw that I posted I was going to Bruce Springsteen with my second wife, and you said, "Hey, you texted me, don't buy tickets. I can get you tickets." So you said, "Meet me at Will Call." You pull up in a limo with a bunch of people, and you give me a stack of tickets. You go, "Here, just take them." It was a real baller move at the time, right? So I got like 20 pairs of tickets in my hand, and I look at my ex-wife, and I said, "Give me about 10 minutes." I went and sold 18 of them
Good.
for like $5 under face value, and I texted you because I felt bad. I go, "Hey, should I give you a cut of this?" And you said, "No, do not give me any of that money."
No.
And you're like, good job, buddy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure I remember before I felt.
So I went to go see that show with my brother-in-law, and we got stuck in so much traffic that on the way in, when you go in that back way, on the way in, we were stuck in traffic for like an hour. And I had to pee so bad, and I didn't know what to do. And I'm like, I can't even get out and pee because everybody's going to be like, "Mike Calta just peed next to the Sprinter." You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know what to do. And I actually got out and ran behind the buildings. And people knew. They knew where I was going.
Yeah.
I couldn't hold it anymore. I was dying.
Let me just check a couple things over here and see what's going on.
I bet he's peeing.
Yeah, they can lie to you about that as well. The video stuff that you were saying, they can say, "We have you on video."
That's what he told me because they're trying to get me to admit that it was me.
I'm always so honest with it. I'll go, "Okay, if you have me on video, cool," because I know it's not me. So whatever you got.
Right.
And they kept saying, "Well, it's better that you tell us now instead of us going back and finding out because we're gonna come back and arrest you."
The only thing I can remember of recent, and this was a few years ago, was a knock on the door like that. And I'm like, "Who?" Because who's coming over to your house and stuff. And open it. It's animal control, and they said that they had complaints about I was abusing my
Oh, I
dogs.
remember that. Yeah.
And I started laughing, and I go,
The guy who volunteers.
I go, "You absolutely have the wrong house." Meanwhile, my dogs are sitting at attention behind me, just totally normal and stuff. And she's like, "Yeah," and I go, "Yeah." I go, "There's no way." I go, "I guarantee you have the wrong house." I said, "There's no way possible." And she goes, "Okay, well, we just had to check." I go, "Yeah, they're fine."
Yeah. The best part is they never caught me. I had that credit card for like 2
There you go, dog. I was buying Bruce Springsteen tickets.
A couple of years ago, the like 5 cops had knocked on my door at my house where I'm at now, and that was the first thought was, "Oh God, what did I do? What did I do?" And so I answered the door, and they were like, they were all like solemn, and then the guy's like, I'm are you Johnny Bell? And I go, "Yeah," and he goes, "I'm real sorry.
Oh no.
I'm real sorry. Your dad has passed away." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, yeah, he was in a wreck in St. Pete, and and I'm like, oh my God, and I was like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, it's we got your address as next of kin, and I was like, this is horrible. So they left, and they were very nice and everything, and I called my dad, and he answers the phone. I go, oh, are you dead? And he's like, no. I go, oh, okay, well that's good because I was just told you were dead. But I mean, John Bell is such a normal,
common name.
Yeah, very common. Ugh. And I looked it up. The guy that died was like an 80-year-old black guy, and I'm like, I called my dad up and said, I bet he was a pretty cool guy. You know what I mean?
We should take a moment for the other Johnny Bell.
Yeah. And then my dad actually died like a year later, and I wanted to call the cops up and go, it's good now.
Yeah. You guys were early on
You
it.
may want to double check that.
Yeah.
Right.
Mike Calta.
Yes.
I see you're not wearing socks today.
No, I am not.
But you have talked about on air wearing socks for multiple days.
Yes.
Multiple wearings without washing.
I have been known to wear socks more than once, yes.
Gio, you do that at all?
No.
I have. Generally, I'm
not saying, oh, all right, take these off, put them here, I'll wear them tomorrow. Like, I'm not normally doing that. But
if they're by your shoes and you grab them
my
again.
shoes and I grab them, because I'm usually just coming in here.
Yeah.
Like, I will say the Mike Calta that comes in this room and the Mike Calta that leaves his house are two different people. So,
putting on a show out there.
Well, no, but
dirty dirt.
Last night, I went to the tailgate. I wore jeans, socks.
No.
Yeah, like I was, I'm a different human being.
Had you worn
Gel
the
in my
socks
hair.
before?
No, they were straight out of the dryer.
The science is in on people wearing socks multiple times before washing them, and the answer is stop it.
Really?
Yeah, a while back there was a poll where 67% of people admitted to re-wearing socks from time to time. 30% rewear them maybe once, while 22% say they can last multiple days. The science on re-wearing socks is not good. Here's why. Our feet are a microscopic rainforest of bacteria and fungi, typically containing up to 1,000 different species. Foot skin also contains some of the highest amount of sweat glands in the human body. Bacteria and fungi prefer to live in warm, moist areas between your toes where they consume nutrients and all that type of stuff. To kind of put it in context for you, for example, socks had 8 to 9 million bacteria per sample, where a T-shirt had about 83,000.
You know what, though? A couple of million bacteria.
Yeah.
It sounds gross, and I don't wear socks more than like one day. But how is that any different than your shoes then? Your shoes got to be the same.
Right.
Well, your
Unless
shoes,
the socks is like a barrier?
are covering, yes, yeah.
What about sandals?
If you're wearing barefoot sandals, yeah, but imagine that you got a lot of stuff.
My number one thing I was going to say is I do it, and it has no effect on me. But then I just realized I got one toe you can't see. It's so cloudy, and I got another one that's stinky. So
we've talked about it before. How often are you washing your feet in the shower? You just let the water
I
run
wash
down?
my feet.
I literally use, the bath like scrubbing back thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I have one of those, and I scrub my feet with it because, especially with running a lot, my feet sweat a lot and do all that stuff. I come home, especially whenever I'm on the trails, I come home, take my shoes off. My feet are mud because it's all the sweat and dirt and all that stuff, and it's just gross.
I start off in my shower by sitting.
Yeah.
In that little
I
bench
believe
I got
that.
there. So I wash my feet while I'm sitting there. Yeah.
All right. Khloe Kardashian. Now she's the one that was a Sasquatch and got the new body and head and everything.
Yeah.
And looks way better than she did.
She used to look like the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
In the face.
And now she looks
Don't
incredible.
insult the Hulk.
Oh, sorry.
Khloe says she has cobwebs down there because she's been celibate for about 4 years. She adds, quote, I don't think a man or a date or anything is going to happen anytime soon.
I don't believe this.
And I don't want it to.
Well, you see she slid into that guy's DMs?
No, who?
Surprisingly, a white guy who was a teacher, I want to say in New Jersey, maybe I could have that part wrong. Young-looking guy, but big-chested, big-armed white dude, and she slid into his DMs and said, "How's your day going?" And she was trying to make. I read it yesterday on one of the.
Was it
TMZ
really
or
her though, or
whatever.
one of these fake?
No, it
accounts?
was her account. Yeah, that's why it was news because it was her verified.
It's like
account.
how Amber Rose talks to you all the time.
Can you
Me and
loan me some
Ambrose
money?
talk.
I'm a Kardashian, but I need to borrow
Yeah.
$2,000.
I don't believe she's not hooking up with dudes.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I don't believe it. I also don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Like she thinks it sounds cool.
Yeah. Oh, look at me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's hard for me. I used to love that whenever hot girls would be like, and I go, if you just, like, I get it, it's hard to find the right guy.
Yeah.
But if you're just wanting to bang, it's not that hard. You could literally, if you're a girl and if you're a 6 or above, I would even go 5, you could walk up to 20 guys and I'm going to say that 19 of them will bang you.
Yeah.
You know?
What if you're an A-list celebrity that's a billionaire?
Yeah. That is hard.
Yeah.
I
don't
can't
get
do
laid.
it. Liam Neeson says.
Can I just say something that's interesting? Is that I am not a fool. Okay, I am. I know that I have gotten girls way out of my league in my life before because of my life circumstances, but it's never benefited any of them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I've never bought them anything. I've never. I mean, I know you're
You
thinking
could, though.
the one that I married, but that one got me when I was poor, so she didn't get anything out of the deal.
Although I will tell you, I know one girl that did benefit. There was a girl that you messed around with a while back, and then she wound up getting tickets to Bruce Springsteen.
It's me.
Thanks, Michael.
I'm just saying, like you met girls that mess around with guys who are rich or guys who are famous and all that. I think that sometimes they want to, like I want to hook up with Gio, but I don't know what my friends are gonna say. Well, Gio's also a millionaire. Well, then that's the reason. You know?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like they just
Tell
like,
me more.
Well, but they find a. They find an excuse for their friends, but the truth is they
Right.
really wanted to hook up with you anyway. You know.
There was a video of that I Show Speed dude,
Yeah.
and he was in the back of a car leaving somewhere, and there's just a crowd of people, and they're like, "Oh my god," freaking out. And there was this Asian girl, like Asian girl, and she was like, "I love you so much," and like shy and looking down and stuff and everything. And he's like, "Oh yeah," he goes, "Give me your number." And and she's like, "This that," and then it cuts to the kid that's next to her, and he's just like. Dead because it's probably his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And easily that guy could be like, "Hey, come over, I'm gonna bang you," and she would have been like, "Oh yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
excited." Yeah, that's wild. So Liam Neeson says he is not an anti-vaxxer. He's not
I
anti-vax.
wasn't asking.
Well, even though he narrated an anti-vax documentary, do people think that everything you do is?
Yeah, if I have a recognizable voice like that, that's almost an endorsement.
Also, I'm Liam Neeson. I do voiceover stuff. And
Yeah, but
you know how
it's,
much money they paid me?
If you're that famous, it's an endorsement. Like I'm not voicing over something that if they tell me tomorrow to voice over something that I totally didn't believe in, I wouldn't do it.
For $500,000?
It's different, but Liam
Yeah.
Neeson has Liam Neeson money. It's not like
Everybody has
No,
a price, though.
I get it that he has a lot of money.
right.
But
Like you could be picky at that time. You could pick
Yeah.
and choose what you want to do. I don't know if they. I just trying to think of what if they came out and said, "Hey, Mike, Calta, we want you to read this pro-life thing tomorrow, and we'll pay you $1,000 to do it." I would say no.
was COVID even real?
I have a certain set of skills.
They once wanted me to do erectile dysfunction stuff,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to do it. I turned it down. Because
So-
I'm like, I don't have that problems. I don't want to talk about it.
I wouldn't do that unless it was something that I knew worked. I
Right.
can't tell my listening audience, yeah, this works for your boners, if I didn't experience it myself,
Yeah.
because it's just a big fat lie.
So they tried to give it to Joe instead.
Well, Joe's had some issues.
Oh, what?
Rub chata.
If it's one thing I really pride myself on is not lying to our listening audience. If something I do some endorsements, and then if I have a problem with it during the endorsement, I stop doing it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna call anybody out right now, but you may notice that I don't talk about things that I used to talk about because there's problems, and I'm not going to tell my audience about it. And that's money for me, but I can't go and encourage you to go use a company that I wouldn't use.
I mean, yeah, I could have used that money a lot, but at the time, like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't have that issue, so what am I going to say about it?
Right. I've got to tell you, I really do appreciate the long-term endorsements that I've had on this show.
Yeah.
Stingray Chevrolet has been great. The amount of cars that me and my family have bought there have been ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Superheat and Air. Superheat and Air has put in multiple units at multiple homes in my house and maintained them for all these years.
Bud Light.
Who?
Bud Light.
But yeah, Bud Light. Bud Light's been there since day one.
Has ruined multiple Pitbull toddler shows.
Made me forget last year's pub crawl.
Yeah.
The Golden Diamond Source. I mean, I got my wife's upgraded wedding ring from there. I buy all the jewelry. I've had custom stuff done for my son there. I mean, I send my my richest friends there to go buy holiday gifts. I mean, there's no place that I talk about that I'm not going to, and there's plenty of places that I talk about that aren't paying me that I absolutely love.
Yeah,
because I'm always going to tell you guys the best stuff.
So everybody's watched my 600-pound life before, at least seen commercials for it. Everybody's seen. Do you know how many people have died from that show? 17 people featured on the TLC show, My 600-Pound Life.
Yeah, I watched that document.
Yeah.
Oh, from the my wife watches that a lot.
Yeah,
and you know, being a fatso, I don't like to watch it. A guy who's had weight loss surgery. Not that I don't like to watch it. It's just you know, I was there. You know what I mean? And there was the one episode they had with this young woman. She lost 200 pounds. And I was like, good for her. She's like in her 30s and she lost 200 pounds. And now she gets to live her whole life, you know, from the beginning of it. And it was like 6 months later, she died of a heart attack.
Yeah.
After she lost the 200 pounds. That show is so depressing. Yeah.
I like to eat while I'm watching it.
Oh, no. See, I got to tell you, it makes me embarrassed to ever eat food when I'm watching that show.
Because I'm like, it doesn't matter how much I eat right now. I'm not going to be one of these people. You know what I mean? Like, this is great.
Yeah, you think so.
I mean, I used to be almost one of those people. So
yeah, it's a hard show to watch because you see, you know, you want to make fun of Fatso, but then when you see what they really have to do and how they go through life and how they're basically handicapped, they can't do anything, and then like you said, a lot of them end up dying.
Oh, there's the one, I don't know, my 1,000-pound sister or whatever that is. what is it?
I think
What
it's
is
yeah.
it? It is the 1,000-pound sister.
My 1,000-pound sister.
That's the two. Yeah.
The two of them together, I think, are 1,000 pounds.
yeah, the one
What's-
the one
that's
has
the
like
name
a
of the show.
Yeah.
the one has like a 300-pound forehead. It's weird.
Yeah, that's and then the weird part is they get guys. Those two big foreheaded fat bitches.
1,000-pound sisters.
Sisters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so they're both
Yeah, together. Together.
Did you see there's a
1,000
2,000-pound family? It's like 4 of them.
Oh, Jesus.
But
Another family.
I saw one of those in they had to get her into the van, and then they couldn't get her out of the van. She's
Yeah.
like, just leave me. I just hang out of the van. And they're all fat. The husband's fat, the other one's fat,
Yeah.
whatever, but not as fat as her. And they're like, we got this place because it has ramps, and you can get out of there. And she goes, I don't want to go. Just leave me. It's wild.
But I think those girls lost all the weight.
No,
One of
them,
they've lost a considerable amount of weight,
Yeah.
but I think they lost like 200 pounds, and they're still like 800 pounds.
But also, like Johnny said, their foreheads are still ridiculous.
Oh.
They look like those bottlenose dolphins.
Yeah, they look weird.
Yeah.
Even if they were 100 pounds, they look
Yeah,
really
yeah.
weird.
just leave me alone. Deontay Wilder says he believes the Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul fight is scripted for
boy.
December 19th. He has no proof to back up his theory, but he just thinks that it's orchestrated due to the size difference, Joshua being the ex-champion and still active in his career. He thinks that it's all...
So that's the night of the pub crawl, right?
yeah, that is.
Oh, wow.
If I'm Anthony Joshua and I'm a champion and I'm like, I'm going to kill this guy and this guy's going to pay me $30 million, maybe I do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
if that means it's not scripted.
Right. Or if I'm Anthony Joshua and I go, this guy's going to pay me $60 million and I'm going to let him knock me around a little bit, well, that's fine. What's it going to do? Except tarnish his whole image.
Yeah, tarnish his whole career. He's still a contender. Then that pushes him back.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you lost to Jake Paul. You're not fighting for the championship now. You know what I mean? Like, it's a big deal.
What if the plan is to go the distance to kind of make Jake Paul look good?
Still bad.
Yeah.
That's still bad for him. You carried this guy. You couldn't take this guy out. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Because if this is a real fight, it'll end under 4 rounds.
It should.
I would say probably under 2. Anthony Joshua will knock out Jake Paul if it's a real fight.
And if he doesn't, do we give Jake Paul the credit or do we just assume it's a fake fight?
Just assume it's a fake fight.
Well, why can't we just? I get it. I'm just, but why can't we just assume Jake Paul's way better than we thought?
Because if you're play fighting with a 5-year-old kid, do I go, oh, Mike's a pussy, you couldn't take this kid out? Or do I go, clearly Mike is letting this kid get some shots in and he's joking around with him?
Yeah.
Because it's that much of a level difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jake Paul is putting in the time. He's doing all this stuff, whatever. If I had to fight Jake Paul, he'd whoop my ass. You know what I mean? Like, I get that.
Because now he's, what, now we're like 6-7 years into this.
Yes.
It's not
6-7 years in of training, but not actual fighting, because he's not fighting actual boxers. The one actual boxer he fought who didn't have a lot of experience was Tommy Fury, and he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that
But
Mayweather.
he didn't lose bad. He didn't get knocked out.
No, but he lost.
It was decision, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost on decision, and they were about equal as
That's
far
the
as how
thing.
many fights. As far as his fights that they had,
But he didn't get killed in that fight.
Yeah, but Tommy Fury isn't a former heavyweight champion and still contender. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And doesn't have 50 pounds on him and 4 inches and everything else.
If I'm Jake Paul, I go out there and get knocked out in the second round. It's the only way to make these fights legit.
Yeah.
Is to go out there and get your ass kicked and go, okay,
and then you go, Jake Paul, and he goes, oh, sorry, I lost to a world
heavyweight champion.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Who's next?
What did you think of the Tyson fight?
I thought that was ridiculous.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought it looked so fake to me.
It was so ridiculous, and you couldn't tell whether Mike Tyson was just obviously he's still a head case and stuff, but he was like biting his glove and all that stuff. And
was that Jake Paul or Logan
that was Jake?
Paul?
Yeah, Logan only fought Mayweather.
Yeah.
Oh, Mayweather.
That was fake too.
Yeah. Mayweather said he was going to carry him to the 8th round because he put all his money on him, taking him out of the 8th round. I was like, come on, it's ridiculous.
I hope some of I imagine some of the bars down there be showing that because it's free on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. So
Yeah, so we'll be able to see it at the pub crawl.
we'll see.
We'll have it in the Sprinter.
Oh yeah.
To hell with the devil.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Striper. Michael Sweet, the singer from
You're
the
the
Christian
only
metal
one that
band.
gets excited about Striper.
Well, I'm not excited
I'm
about
surprised
that.
you're not wearing a striper shirt today just to give us this news.
I did with Triumph. Michael Sweet, the singer from the Christian metal band Striper, has been diagnosed with cancer.
Oh.
You know who
Shows
gave
you
it to
there's
him?
no God.
Devil. The devil. He's a
I'll show you, Michael Sweet.
4 Non-Blondes, you excited for their second album in 34 years? Yeah, it is their 4 Non-Blonde is getting ready to record their second album. It's their first in 34 years.
I mean, the first one had that monster hit on
Sure.
it that just made a resurgence through
Yeah.
TikTok, so you never know what could come out of it.
Roger Daltrey from The Who is now Sir Roger Daltrey.
Hello.
Hello. He was knighted by Prince William at Windsor Castle on Wednesday. It's in recognition of not only his musical achievements, but also his charity work.
Oh.
Does a bunch of charity
I want to
stuff.
be knighted.
Yeah, well, I don't think you can.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not of the
just-
the land.
Like Roger Daltrey couldn't be president of the United States. You
Maybe
can't
I
be.
could get a Medal of Freedom or something.
Oh, now
That'd be
there's
nice.
something.
I don't care about the Hall of Fame, but because you don't give you medals, but I'll wear a medal.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
wear
yeah.
the Medal of Freedom.
If they knight you, you should be able to fight like a knight,
Yeah.
like sword fight.
You
and
should be able to
stuff.
carry a sword in
Yeah.
public.
Not just it's all like old people who've been have accomplished.
Like if we ever go to war, Roger Daltrey and
McCartney.
Boy George, Paul McCartney should all have to grab their sword. and
right,
do that,
yeah. You're knights. We need the knights army.
Right.
I would be at a restaurant and they'd bring around like the dessert thing,
Yeah.
the trolley, whatever, and I'd go, whoosh, I'll have the cheesecake and I'll point to it.
Everything. Which
Yeah.
car wash would you like?
Yeah.
Number 1, please.
And then finally in news, I don't know if you want to take a break and come back
We
to
have
this.
to. It's 8:04.
Billboard, and Johnny B, I'm glad you're here today, put out the 25 best stand-up comedians of the
Oh.
21st century so far.
Okay.
And listen, this list was put together by bookers and heads of comedy clubs, festivals, and The Tonight Show.
How many are they?
They have the top 25
26. Johnny Bell.
best comedians of the 21st
Ah.
century so far.
Johnny
All right.
just missed the list.
Oh, sorry, Johnny.
Well.
Well, there's still time.
Different Johnny
we'll-
Bell.
We'll take a break and we'll
Black
come
old
back
man Johnny Bell.
and we'll discuss that. It is the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. It's 8:15 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. A lot of times at the end of the year, you start thinking towards next year, and what are we going to do? We're going to rearrange our kitchen. We're going to redo our bathroom. You're not sure who to call. You're certainly not sure who to trust. You trust the people that I trust. That's Waterman Properties, Tampa-based trusted general contractor for over 20 years. They do everything from demolition and project management to full renovations, custom home builds. Waterman can handle any project from start to finish. If you're considering a prefab home or mobile home, Waterman can handle that. They'll do the full setup, which includes demolition, land clearing, relevels, and rising. And if your AC was flooded during the storm, you don't want to take that chance again. Waterman will come out and build you a custom AC stand. That AC stand will then elevate your unit. That protects it from flooding. It also increases airflow around the unit and reduces the risk of debris and buildup. So if you're having some problems with your AC, they can come out there and lift your unit for you. These guys are out there not just building homes and outdoor spaces, but they're there to build relationships. They do it with honesty and pride in every project. Waterman's all about quality. No shortcuts, no cutting corners, just solid craftsmanship you can count on. And again, like I was talking about earlier, actually out there right now working on Horror Island at Joe's house.
That's correct,
Doing
Michael.
the Lord's work.
That's right.
You can get a free estimate for any project you have. All you have to do is go to their website, watermanproperties.net. That's watermanproperties.net. Or give them a call at 813-715-7383. It's Waterman Properties. Tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. Don't forget, today, starting at 10 o'clock, Drew and John will be out saving Christmas, collecting toys at the Walmart in Oldsmar, right there on Tampa Road. And they will be out there till 7 p.m. Collecting bikes, games, toys, action figures, clothes, whatever you have, all going to go help the kids of Tampa Bay during the holiday season.
Now, you say whatever you have, you mean a new toy, though. Don't just be bringing your old
Don't
bike
show up
there.
with your garage stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
New
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm sorry. That's
And
why
it's-
we do it at Walmart. So you can go
Exactly.
buy stuff there.
You can go right in there and get a great deal and bring it out, or, if you have something new and ready to go, yeah.
What should I buy? Bikes? The kids,
Yeah, I think
we
the
don't
big-
have enough bikes already.
I mean, everybody loves a bike. Like getting a bike, waking up and you have
Yeah.
I know, but I'm thinking like everybody buys bikes. Maybe I'll go get a PlayStation or something.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that would be huge. But, I think one of their biggest things is let's try and fill up the whole truck with as many bikes, and they try and reach the new goal each
Gotcha,
year.
yeah.
I know in the past, like the young teen age is something they try to go for as well.
Sure, because they're the most overlooked ones.
it's a tough age to to get things.
We try to do for the Calta Family Foundation, we get lists of what people want so that we're hitting, like we don't just go, all right, well, blindly buy. I mean, obviously in this case with Drew and John, they're trying to get as many kids as possible, but we work with a specific amount of kids and with their wish list, So I'm going to try and make it out there today. They're there till 7 o'clock tonight. Go by and see them, say hi. I'm sure they'll have special guests dropping by. And make yourself a nice donation for the holidays. All right, Galvin, back over to news.
All right, so Billboard, we talked about a different, like the highest grossing and this and that, whatever, all the different stuff. And of course, it's the end of the year, so they have lists. But this is Billboard put together the 25 best stand-up comedians of the 21st century so far. And this was compiled by a bunch of different bookers and the heads of comedy clubs and people that book for festivals and the Tonight Show and stuff.
Okay.
So people who are in the business and somewhat know comedy. You know what I mean?
So I have to tell you, there's one standing out in my head, and I'm being honest with you. I don't know if it's because I read this or because it just makes sense, but my number one guess would be Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, you think the funniest stand-up comedian, best stand-up comedian
In
so far in the
modern
21st
times.
century?
Question: these are all living comics.
These
Like,
are
if they died in the last 25 years, do they still count?
these are not all living comics.
Okay.
These are comics in the 21st century that have been doing stand-up, yeah. So, but they don't have to be alive.
And it's just from like being funny. It's not like their accomplishments or their money
Right.
or anything.
It says
Okay.
the funniest people of the last 25 years.
Okay.
And this is put together, like I said, by bookers and festival heads and Tonight Show bookers and comedy club owners, all that kind of stuff. You say Dave Chappelle, number one. Dave Chappelle, number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, number one.
I think the success that he has and the way he's revered by other comedians and that he has to be.
I don't find him to be the number one funniest for me personally, but I get it, like what you just said.
But
like,
he's a lot like George Carlin to me, where I get Carlin and I like what he did, but it does not necessarily fall down laughing.
right.
It's not Shane Gillis style jokes.
Yeah.
But it is entertaining. It is smart, and I do enjoy it.
Although I do remember being a kid, and we used to listen to Carlin and Carnegie and all that stuff, and we used to like repeat all this. Did something eat something else? You know,
Carlin and Carnegie when you're a kid is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Who are some of the other guesses? Johnny, you can weigh in as well.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart is on the list. Kevin Hart comes in at where was he? Number 7.
Okay. Wow.
Number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah, it's not my deal. I mean, I see why he's successful.
I will tell you, his first stand-up special, Grown Little Man, was very funny, and he was very funny. But now it seems like he's been doing the same thing for 20 years.
Yeah. So you don't count like all of his movies and stuff.
No, this is all comedy.
Is it being funny?
Stand-up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just thinking as far as like stand-up skills, like you get on stage, you're doing stand-up, not your movies and all that crap. I mean, I think Louis C.K. should be high on the list.
Louis C.K. is high on the list, Johnny. He is number 3. Ooh. Louis C.K. is so funny.
Yeah.
He is so funny.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Burr should be high on the list.
Burr is high on the list. Bill Burr comes in at number 5.
I don't think he should be high on the list, but I think he's going to be high on the list. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan is not in the top
25.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Johnny, have you ever hung out with Louis?
No, God, I would love to, but yeah, no.
You wouldn't want to.
I was in the room with him. It was awkward.
I mean, he's so intimidating because he's not a not nice guy. He's very nice, but he's just like you. He exudes. I don't really want you to be here. You know what I mean? Like he gives you like but he's super nice. He doesn't do anything. Like I never thought, what a dick. He's just like I don't know, he's a strange cat, man. He really is.
I've been around a lot of like strange comics like that, but just to say that, you know, hey, I was in the green room and I said hi would be good for me. Like, you know, at Skankfest, there was so many like big like GOAT status type of comics that I was afraid to talk to, but I was like, all right, at least nodded my head at Tim Dillon and he nodded his head back. I felt pretty good, you know, like
Tim Dillon could suck a fat one.
Oh, he would,
and he does.
Yeah. But you know, I'm just saying right now he's one of the biggest stars out there. But Charlie Murphy was like that. I worked with him like probably half a dozen times, and he was the first 2 times I worked with him. He didn't say a word to me, and he was very weird. He'd be eating a giant bowl of Brussels sprouts, and I'd walk in the room, and he'd just go, "You need some?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just saying hi." And he's like, "Just stare at me," and I'd walk out, and then like the 3rd time I worked with him, he was like, "Hey, I want to let you know something. I really like you, man. You're real funny. You're real funny." And I'm like, "All right, thank you."
She says, "Thanks, Eddie's brother."
Very weird. Yeah.
Why do you not like Tim Dillon?
No, I do like Tim Dillon, but he big timed me at Skankfest.
He did?
Yeah,
we didn't hear this.
So one night, a couple years ago, I go to Side Splitters, and Tim Dillon comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you Mike?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm Tim Dillon. Bobby Kelly told me you were going to be here." I was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, nice to meet you." Whatever we talk. And he takes his phone out and he goes, "Can we take a picture?" I go, "Sure." Yeah. Tim Dillon wants to take a picture with me. Okay. And then he put it up on his social media. I was like, "Oh, this is great." So I see him at Skankfest and he looks at me. I look
Wasn't
at him.
Bobby standing right there? I think
Greg
I was
Fitzsimmons.
Oh, Fitzsimmons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was standing right by you.
He looks at me. I look at him. He walks over and I go to put my hand out. He goes to take his hand out and he goes right to Greg Fitzsimmons.
I remember Fitzsimmons saying, "You know Mike, right?"
And also, I'm not mad at all.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Tim Dillon's a great comedian and a super nice guy. How about Jerry Seinfeld?
Jerry Seinfeld on the list at number 6.
Ooh.
Does Mitch Hedberg make the list?
Mitch Hedberg does make the list. He comes in at number 15.
Okay.
What year did he die?
2005.
Yeah.
How about the
barely made
great
it.
Ralphie May?
Great Ralphie May, not in there.
All right.
Not in the
Chris
top 25.
Rock.
Chris
Oh, yeah,
Rock
Chris Rock.
comes into number 2.
Yeah.
There it is.
Comes in number 2.
So we
Chris
got-
Rock was on a heater for a few years where he was the top
Yeah.
guy.
The big Will Smith special was all right.
Yeah, and that was live too, and it was kind of weird. It didn't work out.
It was
as well.
forgettable. I remember I liked it.
was forgettable,
But
yeah.
forgettable. I don't remember anything he really did.
Was it bigger, blacker? Was that?
That was the great one.
Yeah. I mean,
I saw
was-
that live.
Yeah, that was great. Mike and I fell asleep in the front row at Chris Rock.
Oh my God.
We were in the front row. I was waiting for them to be like, these my
Yeah.
sleeping.
That's when he was talking about Barack Obama, and he goes, Barack Obama doesn't sound like this was when Barack Obama was like brand new. He goes, he sounds like the bass player for
Commodores.
Commodores, yeah. It was so good. All right, so you have the top 3 so far. You have Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Louis C.K., Bill Burr, number 5, Jerry Seinfeld, number 6, Kevin Hart, number 7.
Patrice.
Patrice O'Neill, absolutely, comes in number 18. Patrice is great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you, a lot of these are pretty good. A lot of these are great comedians that should be in the top 25. There are a few in here that I'm like, I don't know about that. But
Shane make the list.
Shane did not make the list.
Okay, too new.
Probably too new.
Maybe too new, yeah.
What about Dave Attell?
Dave Attell did make the list. He comes in at number 14.
All right.
Dave
Dave Attell was so funny.
Dave Attell's
Yeah,
great.
he's great.
It was really, really
Always
good.
so great.
All right, tell us some of the other ones.
Wait. Is Norm Macdonald on the list?
Norm Macdonald is
Oh.
on the list. He comes into number 8. So
How about-
right behind Kevin Hart.
How about the great Robert Kelly?
Robert Kelly is not on the list.
Why'd you have to bring it up? Why'd you have to bring it up? You had to make him
Not my
say it.
list.
You had to
Not
make
my
him
list.
say it.
Number 25, Jon Stewart.
Really?
Yeah.
Jon Stewart was a funny comedian. But I mean, when's the last time he was really doing stand up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they going to start throwing in the late night hosts in this?
Ooh.
No,
don't.
no,
Okay.
they're not in here.
Jon Stewart did have a solid stand up comedy routine. He was all right.
What about Bill Maher?
Bill Maher, not in the top
Yeah.
25.
All right.
Bargatze.
Nate Bargatze comes in at number 12.
Forgot about him.
Yeah, Nate's great. Coming in number 24, Billy Connolly.
The Scottish
Scottish,
guy?
yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Coming in number 20.
that's a stretch.
Coming in number 23, I don't think this guy should be number 23 million, but that's my opinion. Trevor Noah.
Nope.
I have never seen him do
What?
anything
Funny.
funny.
Nothing
say
funny.
anything
No.
funny. Yeah, shouldn't be on the list. Number 22, maybe should be higher. Fantastic. Jim Gaffigan.
Yes.
Gaffigan's great.
Yeah, he has a new special that's it's sponsored by a bourbon company, and I saw a whole he did a whole bit about going out and drinking with Jerry Seinfeld, and Seinfeld saying order whatever you want, and he orders like this $5,000 shot of bourbon. And the way he told the story, he ended it with it like being a Seinfeld episode. He did the music, and he
That's
goes,
funny.
he was like, "Sorry, Jerry." That was great.
I'd have to see Jim Gaffigan really doesn't do it for me.
Jim
Too
Gaffigan.
too goofy.
Listen to me. Jim Gaffigan doing the voice of the audience right there puts him in the top 25. The way he will do a joke and then, why would he say that? That's so great.
Yeah.
Such a genius thing. So easy too. And the thing about Jim Gaffigan is so many people have said it about him and Brian Regan. They have bits of their ideas that are like, that's so simple. Like it was right in front of me. How did I not think of that? And how did he get 30 minutes on that one specific topic?
But
you
also,
know?
Brian Regan's another one that I don't find funny.
Oh,
and I
Brian
know
Regan.
you love him, which
Love
is
him.
weird, because we
Love
usually
him.
agree on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
What about Sebastian?
Sebastian Maniscalco comes in at number 11.
Ma, I'm not even in the top 10.
Number 11.
Number 21, Fluffy.
Oh,
Gabriel
yeah, he's very
Iglesias.
popular.
Yeah,
I've never
I don't
seen
get
him
it,
do anything funny.
but I know he's super, super.
Yeah, he's got
famous.
his audience.
Number 20, our first female on the list so far.
Yes.
Okay.
Nikki Glazer.
No.
Amy
okay.
Schumer.
No.
Whitney Cummings.
No.
Oh,
By the way, none of them on that list.
really?
By the way,
Yeah.
never say Amy Schumer in comedy ever again.
Nah.
Hey, she won Last Comic Standing, buddy.
Ugh. Did you see the episode or the season where she was a coach and she's coaching Jimmy Schubert? She's like, you know what I think? I'm screaming at the TV. I go, I'll kill everybody.
Telling
dude."
Jimmy Schubert what to
Yeah,
do.
get out of here.
How much did that bother Jimmy Schubert?
Oh, he hated it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I talked to him. We did a show together a few years ago, and I go, and I said, that was the first thing I said. I go, how much do you want to kill her? And he goes, I don't want to talk about it.
I've been doing comedy since before you were alive.
I banged Roseanne.
Yeah.
Number 20, female comedian.
Roseanne.
No.
Eliza Schlesinger.
No.
I'm just running out of girls.
Yeah.
You when I say it, you're gonna go, oh yeah.
Joan
Monique.
Rivers.
Sarah Silverman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know the name. I'm
Yeah.
not saying
Yeah.
whether you agree, whatever. Number 19. She's very popular.
She.
Another
she.
female, very popular. I'm not a fan, whatever, but okay. Would you like to take a guess? Anybody?
I feel like we guessed.
Haddish.
No.
No, I don't know.
Ali Wong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Ali Wong. Number 18.
Ali Wong is one of those is funny in movies. I don't know her stand up,
Yeah.
but she's okay. Or am I thinking Aquafina?
I wish-
Aquafina is funny in movies.
I think
don't
that's what I'm
she
thinking
is
of, yeah.
funny stand-up.
If I'm
Ali
thinking-
Wong's stand up is good. She has a huge following. A lot of people come to her shows.
Female comics. I wish Miss Pat was on the list.
Yeah. This Pat's great.
Miss Pat makes me laugh so much.
Well, number 18, you have Patrice O'Neill. Number 17,
Same thing.
another female comedian. Number 17, another one that you're missing.
I feel like we named them all.
You didn't.
Female.
Older.
She was
younger?
also a judge or mentor or whatever on Last Comic Standing.
Rita Rudner.
No.
Ooh, I can't remember
Think
last comic
blacker and lesbian.
Oh
Leslie Jones.
no!
No.
Oh, Wanda Sykes.
Wanda
Wanda
Sykes. Wanda Sykes.
Yeah, again.
Wanda Sykes was great on the Chappelle Show.
Yeah, funny
That's the
comedic-
only time I've ever seen
funny
her do
comedic
anything.
actor, but not great stand up.
Right.
She was good on Curb
Great.
also. And
Yep.
she was good in the Amy Schumer movie that Snatched. Snatched?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good in there.
Applebee's commercials.
Number 16, Ricky Gervais.
Okay. I'll take that.
Number 15, you got Mitch Hedberg. Number 14, Dave Attell. Number 13, you do not have. Number 13, very popular. Doesn't do well. I mean, he still does shows and stuff, and does, I guess, stand up, but he does other stuff too. But he definitely does a lot of movies and everything else.
Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler comes in number 13. Then you have number 12, Nate. You have Sebastian at number 11. Number 10, comedian, very famous, dead now. According to Billboard, number 10, funniest comedian of the 21st century. Who you got?
10. Number 10.
Number 10.
Dead.
Dead. Did a ton of movies, TV. Started out obviously as a stand-up though.
Ton of movies and TV.
I'll give it away for you. Very easy.
All right.
Way better actor than comedian.
Robert Williams.
Robin Williams.
Oh,
Robin
yeah.
Williams. Yes,
Yeah.
comes in number 10. Number 9 is another female comedian, and you named all the other ones. You're not going to name her, although you do know who she is. And she's quirky, funny. I don't think she's top 10 funniest funniest stand-up comedians of all time. Maria Bamford. Yeah,
No.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, she's like kind of niche.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's quirky, funny, and like funny in shows and stuff like that. But I've seen her stand up, and it's
I think Tig Notaro's funny.
I was just going to
Yeah.
say, I like Tig Notaro, and
Yeah.
I think that people, because of who she is and what she's all about, people are automatically like turned off to her. But I like her.
You thinking Tig Notaro or Adam Scott? Because I'm pretty sure they're the same person.
Same hair. Same hair. Tig Notaro is funny, and that show that she had about
Yeah.
kind of her life was really good. Like,
Yeah.
she was really good at it.
Yeah, I thought that was good. So there you go. Top 10, you got Robin Williams. Number 9, Maria Bamford. Number 8, Norm Macdonald. Number 7, Kevin Hart. Number 6, Jerry Seinfeld. Number 5, Bill Burr. You still have not got number 4.
Mark Norman.
Missing?
Not Mark Norman.
Who are we missing?
Somebody who's very popular right now.
Right now.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
No.
Andrew Santino.
Known for being a great writer. Stand up. Was just here.
Chad Zumach.
No.
Was
Jay
just
Moore.
Here.
No. Was just here.
Who was just right here?
No.
Oh.
Mike said
Tom Segura.
that he wanted to go see him. We knew there was no way he was going to go see him. He was confused because he
John Mulaney.
John Mulaney.
yeah.
John Mulaney comes in number 4. Number 3 is Louis C.K. Number 2, Chris Rock. And according to Billboard, the best stand-up comedian of the 21st century so far, Dave Chappelle.
Johnny B, what do you think of John Mulaney?
I like him. I think he's got some of the most memorable bits. Like he had one album that had like 3 of my favorite bits of all time. The New in Town bit, and then the best meal I ever ate, where he's in like the Waffle House with the jukebox, is one of the best bits ever.
He does have one of my favorite bits is him describing President Trump getting elected.
Yes.
He's like, I'm not political. He said, but President Trump being in the White House is kind of like a horse being in a hospital. You're like, what is he doing in the hospital? You're familiar with it. It's a horse. And the next day you wake up and you're like, the horse is still in the hospital. Dude, that was so goddamn funny. He is, just to show you how much I like him, I almost went on a Monday night. I definitely would have drove over the bridge on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his whole style and demeanor would be annoying pretty much with anybody else, but he sells it and it really works for him, wearing the suit and it's kind of a, he's got his little, kind of a nerdy type of thing, but he's so well crafted and so well written. He's a true artist when it comes to the art of stand up. You could tell he puts so much work into it, and his writing's impeccable. Yeah,
the horse is in the elevator.
You know who I find very funny, and I don't think he should be in the top 25, but just a guy that I find very funny, and Johnny, I'm curious whether you like him or not, is Rory Scovel. I
love him.
I think Rory Scovel.
So good.
Did you ever see his special where he went up with nothing?
Yeah.
Yes.
He went up with nothing and just went up and he's so funny.
You just did crowd work or?
No, did stand up, came up with stuff and talked about different things, whatever. But he's just really funny to me. His personality and everything about him makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. He's funny 100% of the day. No matter what.
He can't stop himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's been the coolest to you and the biggest dick to you?
Ooh. I mean, obviously the coolest was Ralphie. He was the best to me. Honestly, and I'm glad she didn't make the list as one of the women.
By the way, also Ralphie's wife, that skank whore, still using his material to make money online. Yeah, I don't follow any of it. My dad loved Ralphie, so my dad still follows the stuff, and he's like, Lana's still putting all Ralphie's stuff out there. Of course she is. It's the only way she makes money is by building off of his stuff.
Do the kids at least get it? Or some of it?
I don't know, but the kids got the money that was left to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they did have money. He had money. He had a couple $1 million, and he had insurance and all that stuff. So he also had a house in Nashville and a house in the Hollywood Hills. Those kids have money.
Right.
I heard the documentary was going to be real negative. They're making a documentary, and it was going to be really negative towards Ralphie, and I guess they're changing it now where it's going to have a more positive light or something
I
like
don't want
that.
to have anything to do with her.
Yeah, no, I mean, I heard, from a friend of a friend, and then also that I'm going to be in 30 seconds of it or something. But yeah, it's just I don't want anything to. I opened for her at Side Splitters the last time she was there, and this was on a Father's Day of all days.
Right.
I didn't really even know who I was opening for until a couple of days before. BT's like, hey, do you want to feature on a Sunday? I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And then she tells me a couple of days before, hey, you're opening for me at Side Splitters. And I was like, oh, boy, well, that's going to be weird, you know? And, because I know she had been talking smack about him. And so I was like, well, I'll just keep my distance. And, she was nice to me and all. And I went up and I did my set, and I had a really good set. And she went up and bashed him for 10 straight minutes.
Really?
And people were walking out. She was just saying how he ate himself to death. It was just so. And I'm in the showroom with BT, and I go, what the hell is going on? And he's like, yeah, this sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And people, she probably walked 50 people.
She's not very talented. She had a couple of niche things that she did, but she was not very talented. And she's got to realize the only reason she got those gigs was because of her husband.
And she hated that when people said that, but yeah.
Well, it was true.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta, I hate it when people say it too, because it's true.
All right, so Ralphie was the nicest. Who was the worst?
Lisa Lampanelli, dude.
Really?
I was, when I was the house MC at the Improv, which is now the Funny Bone, for the first 4 years I did comedy, we were on a rotation. It was you get 1 weekend a month, and I got to work with so many great people and meet so many great people. And I was very professional. The first night I would go into the green room. I'd introduce myself. I'd say, "Hey, I'm Johnny B. I'm your MC for the weekend. What would you like for your intro? Is there any material that you don't want me to do that to step on any of your topics?" And I would always ask them all this stuff. And hey, is there anything that you like to drink or eat? And I'll talk to the kitchen. I was always very very good. You need a ride somewhere? Let me know. And I walk into the green room, and I'm getting ready, say hi and everything. And she's like, "What are you doing in here?" I said, "Oh, I'm Johnny. I'm your MC. I just wanted to meet you." And she goes, "Okay, why are you still here?"
Wow, really?
And and I went, are you running like a bid on me or something? Like, what's going on here? And she's like, wow, you're still here. And I went, oh man, this isn't like a bit. You're a real bitch. Oh, this is wild.
She let that fame go right to her head.
Oh, dude. And then I watched her sets and I didn't think she was great at all, dude. I was like, okay, we get it. You bang black guys. Talk about something else. And, I was like, ugh.
And Johnny's like, I'm going to talk about that too.
I almost did. I almost did 10 minutes on banging black guys.
Wasn't somebody writing all of her stuff too?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Joe Bartnick.
Yeah,
wrote a lot of
Bartnick
it.
was writing all of her jokes.
He wrote a lot of her roast jokes and stuff. Yeah.
Well, then she lost a bunch of weight and looked like a parakeet and just went up and did like all political stuff, and then really people hated it.
Yeah.
Like, we get it.
She's gone now,
That was
right?
a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
But she made gazillion dollars.
Yeah.
She's just now just being rich.
I mean, I would say 90% of the people I've worked with are at least halfway cool. You know what I mean? There's only a handful of people where you go, wow, what a jerk off, you know? But yeah, she was definitely the one that sticks out to me.
I try to think over the years who the cool ones and most of them were cool. You're right. I mean, we've had Kevin Hart in the studio. He was cool. We had Sebastian on a bunch of times. I love that we put Sebastian on when nobody else ever paid attention to him.
Oh, yeah.
And then he blew up. Even Nate we had on. All those guys were all pretty cool. You know,
and a lot of these guys, they get really famous and they remember you guys. You know, it's like when we were at Skankfest, you guys were way more popular than most of the comics.
Yeah, I like when I saw Shane and Shane immediately knew who I was, and he brings us up every once in a while. He brought us up on Theo's podcast. I heard him bring us up on Legion of Skanks one time. Like he's cool with us.
It was great because as soon as we got there, Joe List was like, "Oh, you guys made it!" He was like excited to see us and stuff. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. I'm glad
I want to hang out with you guys so I can meet some comedians.
We got to go again next year.
Depends on where it is.
I think they're doing it in New Orleans again.
I'll go again if it's in New Orleans.
Where are you not going? If they do it here, if they do it in New Orleans, if they do it in Vegas.
Okay, I'm in for all of those.
Right, exactly.
But if they're like Pittsburgh Skankfest, I'm out.
I listened to the episode of Legion of Skanks after Skankfest, and Lewis said, I don't see how we cannot do it in the exact same location in the exact same city.
It was too perfect.
And now the fact that we know the setup and we know how it goes will make it a lot easier for us.
They all said that the venue was exactly what they've been looking for like 10 years. They said it was perfect.
It was.
I need to go back. My earbuds are in my hotel room back there.
You left them in there?
Yeah, I called there because I'm pinging them and it's pinging at the Hampton Inn. I'm like, oh man, and because they're like Beats earbuds and they're like $100 or whatever, but they're in a black case, so it's easy for me to just not see them on the nightstand. And I called and they were like, oh, you need like lost and found, and then give me your number, and nobody called me back. And I waited a couple of days. I called back again, and the lady's like, oh, well, it's the lady that handles that is she's in another room. And then I've called like 3 times. I'm like, all right, I'm never getting these earbuds back. It's fine.
She was like, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the phone ring in my Beats headphones.
Hey, at least you didn't leave a gun in the room. What idiot would do that?
Don't do that.
All right, let us take a break. Our phone number is 800-771-1025. Don't forget today, starting at 10 o'clock, Drew and John Save Christmas live at the Walmart in Oldsmar. The entire station will be broadcasting live all the way starting at 10 a.m. all the way down till 7 p.m. today, collecting toys for the kids in Tampa Bay for Christmas. Drew and John Save Christmas today, starting at 10 a.m. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. Isn't there some obscure concert you and your wife are going to?
No, I don't think so. There's nothing. Yeah.
The
mean,
Bucks
maybe-
are off now, obviously, because they just played, so there's no football on Sunday unless,
So this says in February, Tampa, Florida is highs ranging from 71 to 75 with lows from 53 to 56.
Yeah.
So
It'd be 80 degrees. Just like I said.
could be 50 something. We'll
In
see.
the hot sun of Raymond James Stadium.
I mean, obviously they're going to be prepared for that, but they gotta. I mean, that is going to be tricky.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a way to-
Remember, the Ice Palace had a hard time making ice there because
Yeah.
it was hot there.
You know what we should do if we do a tailgate for it and stuff? Have Danielle's husband come out and build like a little rink out there.
Rink, yeah. A little pregame,
That'd be
pregame
awesome.
skate.
Or at least just have a goal or something where
Somebody
you can
take
shoot
shots
to
on
win
them.
tickets. Yeah, or win prizes and stuff.
Do you know we have axe throwing at the tailgate?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have axe throwing. We have a full Bud Light bar. Joe, what do you got going on this weekend? I need friends.
Well, I don't have too much going on, Michael. I think. Well, actually, Saturday I'm going to a pub crawl.
You are?
Yeah. It's a
The
Sunset.
Santa one?
No, it's a Sunset Beach. They do like a house to house type pub crawl, and it ends at like some of the bars.
Did they
down
go to
there.
your house?
No, they don't go to my house.
Oh.
But it's Sugar Pants' work is having
I gotcha.
is having this pub crawl. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow night.
Okay.
Tonight I'm probably just drinking in my garage.
I might come over and drink in your garage with you.
Come on over, Michael. You're more than welcome.
I think I'm going downtown Newport Richie Saturday.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll meet you down there after.
But it's because it's their holiday parade.
By the way,
too
you
late
just
to-
made me realize because I looked at my calendar and there is an obscure band
Oh,
that I do want to
yes.
go see. DRI is playing over at Brass Mug. Yeah.
DRI, David Ree Roth.
No, do you know who it is?
No.
Dirty Rotten Imbeciles.
Oh, okay.
They're a good punk band. They're good.
Will your wife be going to that?
I would imagine. Yeah. I think we'll. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
I didn't get tickets, so I'll see if they can.
If I said to my wife, "Hey, Saturday night, do you want to go see the Dirty Rotten Imbeciles with me?" She
Yeah.
would just stare at me.
But your wife also doesn't love all of those
No.
bands, Sloppy Seconds, and Helicopters, and all those type of bands.
No, I think it's great that you guys have that in common. It makes it so much more fun. Like when my wife is like, "Ooh, will you go see Wu-Tang with me?" I go, "No." I
Oh, we
won't."
always talk about if we would have met like back in junior high or high school, we would have been together then.
Right.
Because we just like all the same stuff.
Yeah, that works out perfect.
So you got pub crawl,
Yeah.
DRI,
Yeah.
Newport Richie Christmas parade.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm gonna drive around in my new car in circles.
There's your
You
options.
could do.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah, well, blackjack.
A little blackjack action, a little hard rock.
Oh, I
'cause-
thought you meant a massage.
Oh, all right.
You've been
Same,
talking
same
about the,
movement.
yeah, you were talking about the massages,
Yeah.
parlors.
No, I.
Either way, he's gonna fold. Either way, he's gonna fold.
No, I actually, Johnny, what I want to do is I'm in the mood to play poker.
I was about to say that.
Yes.
I'm not
But
doing anything Saturday. Let's go.
Well, Saturday's the one day I actually have something to do, but
You're out,
I
John.
don't I don't think that this weekend, because we have to get people together for that. But
Yeah.
I know I can get at least 4 people.
Didn't Johnny say he does a game like every week somewhere?
No, I used to.
Oh, used to.
Yeah, I would love to do that again. That'd be nice.
But I also want to be like, Johnny, do you want to come play poker? Oh, by the way, you're the dealer.
No, I would rather, I'd rather do what I used to do back in the old days when I had a poker club, and I would just run a game, and and make money. It was good.
But they also have the things now where they have the automatic dealer.
Nobody wants that.
Depending on what.
No, I like somebody to keep the game moving like that. I'd like it if Johnny did it. Can we get together? Can we put together a game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Over the Christmas break, there's going to be plenty of downtime where it's like, all right.
This guy's going to be traipsing across
Oh,
Costa
that's
Rica.
right. Yeah. you're
How's
gonna
that going,
be
by the way?
Getting robbed.
I don't know. All I know is we got passports. But
So that's y'all officially figured it all out?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Once the common sense kicked in, I think the panic was overtaking
Yeah.
the common sense.
Once the internet was available.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, but it's good to know like all these people that called in to help out at least. But I thought for sure we were going to Miami.
Is Bobby concerned at all that the government's saying don't go to Costa Rica?
No, I got an alert, my second alert from the government that said that gangs are targeting rich Americans who come over to Costa Rica for the popular winter hotspot.
Right.
They're targeting high-end Airbnbs, so because they know that these people are coming over there during the Christmas break. And I sent that to Bobby, his wife, and my wife, and none of them responded to me. Not a word back. My wife did bring it up while we were in bed last night. She said, "Stop sending us bad things about Costa Rica." I go, "Well, I want to make sure everybody knows what we're headed into."
Yeah, so you can say, "I told you so."
Right. So at least I was the one trying to be vigilant about the whole thing.
Can you
trying to
bring
be prepared?
Can you bring guns?
Cannot bring a gun into another country, Gio. That is very difficult to do.
So they'll have guns and you won't. So that's good.
Exactly. And
Just hide it in your prison purse.
I toyed with the idea of bringing a knife, and we decided that that's a bad idea because if I do stab somebody, even if it's in self-defense, I'm now in a Costa Rican jail for stabbing someone.
Can you buy a gun when you get there?
I don't want to do that either.
You can actually. They said the street that you're staying on is the perfect place to buy guns.
Gun alley.
Yeah. You'd be fine. What if you mail yourself a gun and then open it when you get there?
You know who the most psychotic person in my life is?
Your daughter?
You?
Besides my daughter.
Oh.
No, I'm not that bad, but I get it from somebody.
Your father.
My father. So I was talking to my father about my dilemma about going to Costa Rica and the high crime and all that. Silence. Doesn't say a word. About 40 seconds later, looks at me and goes, "You don't want to go shopping when you get there, but..." I go, what does that mean? He goes, "Oven cleaner." I go, "What?" He goes, "Oven cleaner is worse than mace. You get that in your face." He's like, "So you just go there. There's plenty of household items you could buy that you can kill somebody with."
Wow. That's good stuff to know, though.
I thought he was going to send you to see his guy.
No, I didn't have a guy in Costa Rica.
The guy's
to my
name
knowledge.
is Oven Cleaner?
Yeah.
The whole time he's talking to you, he's filing down a toothbrush. He's like, "We got this."
He suggested that I get an oven cleaner, and then I use oven cleaner to spray in the face of oncoming. Now I walk around with this canister of oven cleaner in my pocket.
You're wearing an apron.
Yeah.
You know what else
Six
you
of
can use is the like the wasp spray that shoots like 25 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Use that right in the eyes.
Foam, too.
Oh yeah.
Block their sight.
You need a private security guard that stands outside your house the whole night.
Hey, boss.
And I'm telling you right now, super cheap. It'll probably cost you $50 for the week.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
Costa Rica Joe knows.
Yep.
well, let me
Costa
tell you
Rica
this, Joe. First of all, the house that we're staying in has a big mechanical fence and barbed wire
Barbed
around
wire
it.
on the top.
Yeah, and has cameras outside and all that. This is. Let me tell you this, okay? I pay a guy $50 to watch the house all night.
Yeah.
Somebody pays him $100 to let him in. You
Well-
know what I'm saying? Like $100, you're in now.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like in a lot of these neighborhoods, they'll get like 10 houses together and they'll all pitch in and pay for a stick man. They call him a stick man. He'll
Right.
sit in like a little guard shack. And if anybody comes down the street,
They warn you.
they warn
Get
you.
the oven cleaner.
They get on the phone. They call the cops. They do that kind of stuff.
This is how I know Joe doesn't watch The Godfather. It would have taught you Fabrizio,
Yeah.
the bodyguard.
He turn him.
Yeah.
Turned on him.
Yeah.
You can't trust a foreign bodyguard.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah.
boom.
But if you're trusting the guy that's been watching the houses all year,
Nope.
it'll be all right.
It's just like whenever you give your keys to the valet and the valet takes your car and then it hits home and sees what your home address is and then calls his friend and goes, "Yeah, they're not home. Here's
Yeah.
the address."
Yeah.
Yep. Turns out they have no kids.
Yeah.
Go get the house.
So you're going to have no way to defend yourself, and they're targeting the Airbnbs.
Oh yeah, you got Captain and Tennille over
Oh,
here.
yeah. You and Bobby just
The old 1-2s.
Yeah.
throwing fists.
Yep.
Dude.
You take the one on the left.
You're spraying oven cleaner in my face. I can get easy off. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
That and also the other reason why I'm not looking forward to going on this trip is because these jerk offs keep talking about hiking. We're going to go up the mountain in the jungle. I'm not going up any mountain. I'm not going up any mountain. What are we talking about? You'll take the golf cart up there. I'm not a fan of walking.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
No,
You're gonna have
it's
a
not.
great time sitting in a house in Costa Rica.
Are you a fan of running?
I don't know. I don't want to
You're
go
gonna
at
get-
all.
You're going to get robbed.
I just pulled this up. I just typed in Costa Rica one day ago. 29-year-old nurse paralyzed from the waist down in 15-foot fall while hiking in Costa Rica.
Another reason I won't be hiking.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're no 29-year-old nurse.
Massachusetts nurse stranded in Costa Rica after hiking fall fractures her spine, paralyzing her.
Yeah, that's the other thing. What am I bringing? I'm bringing hiking shoes now.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
Night
night
shoes,
shoes,
day shoes.
hiking shoes.
Night shoes, hiking shoes, day shoes.
I'm gonna.
Sleep slippers
I'll send you this article so you can add it to the other list of articles in
that
the group,
everybody ignores.
in the group text.
Nobody cares.
Hiking paralyzed.
You're gonna have a great time.
Thanks, Calvin. Will I come back having a great time or no?
Yeah,
You think so? I
Yeah,
think
you'll
so.
love
I think you're gonna love it.
No.
I think you're gonna love it. I think you'll complain. They went hiking and stuff, but I just stayed and ate meat and caught Pokemon.
We are going on a fishing trip on a charter boat. That I'm excited about. Joe,
Yes.
just say, for instance, I had a friend,
All right.
and that friend in Costa Rica wanted to meet some ladies of Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
How does he go about doing that?
I would ask whoever your contact
cab
is.
driver or whatever, yeah.
You start asking around because it used to be the Hotel Del Rey, which had the Blue Marlin in it. That was like the
spot.
Yeah, the spot. But I think that's closed down and they're redoing it. But there are places like that in San Jose. There was actually a place diagonal that was like a strip club that I think
They
did the
do
same
have a
thing.
red district.
Yeah.
There.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You just walk around. You either get laid or get murdered. One of the two.
One of the two. Or I'm going to get the girl with the oven cleaner.
Come on, did he say, how old are you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to worry about that, too.
Well, they all have cards. If they don't have a card, then you don't touch.
What's a card? Like an ID?
Yeah, they have a state issued card that they have to go get checked.
I gotta
They
start
get-
doing
It says
that.
hooker right on top.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you going to San Jose? That's for the area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Areas around the National Theater, Barrio Amon, and Avenida Central have historically seen sex work.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But
What was the first one you said?
the National Theater?
National Theater? Just a bunch of hookers hanging out at the National
I
Theater?
guess.
All right.
They also perform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's often unorganized and can be very risky due to crime.
Oh.
Right.
I remember I walked my son into a brothel on Cowhead Cruise number 5.
Oh,
Did you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. We were in Roatan, and I had my second wife on that cruise, but nobody ever saw her because she stayed drunk and like passed out all the time. So
Yeah.
it was really my son and I. He was 11, and I go, hey, let's go find something to eat, and we kind of walked off the beaten path of the port where you really shouldn't go.
Right.
And I thought it was like a Senior Frogs. It looked like a building. I saw a couple American dudes walk in there. So we walk up the stairs. It was like on the second floor of this like big building. And we walk in and there's a DJ playing and there's like 8 hookers and like 5 American dudes. And I walk in, it was like needle off the record. I got this kid with me, and they all look at me, and I go, "Hey, look, buddy, Honduran whores." And we just walked out. It was like we never got food. We just went back to the boat. That's
Yeah,
like-
dude, because you never know what's going to happen in those places.
yeah. I was like, "Don't tell your mom that ever happened." Yeah.
Now, question: you this is your third wife?
Yeah.
Oof. Now, which one's the one I know? The first wife?
I can't keep these whores off me. I think you know the first 2 wives. Actually,
I don't remember the second wife.
The second wife, she was a big woman and very very angry woman. Well, no, she went on a cruise. Like I said, nobody ever saw her because kind of a lush, and she stayed drunk and. Yeah, she didn't like me either, so we didn't really hang out too much. But
I don't. Did anybody recall this?
no.
No.
yeah, see what I'm saying? Like when she wanted to go on a cruise and we never hung out, and I had my son with me. I paid the extra money to Diane for him to go, and it was really just him and I hanging out the entire time because we're like kind of like you and Joey. My son and I have always been like best buds.
Right,
We
right,
do
I
everything
know.
together. We still like he's 25 now. We still have lunches and hang out whenever we can, but. No, that was kind of like our cruise, It was. It was fun.
I remember meeting your first wife at O'Brien's.
Oh yeah. She's fun, She's kind of a barfly.
Yeah, she was fine. And but
Which
I
one
met
is
her,
Zane's mom?
The first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
I
I-
met her in a bar, in that I was DJing and singing in a band in the late '90s. I should have known. Red flag.
she has a new husband.
Yeah, she's on. I think number 5 probably. now.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
That's like cat named Mo.
yeah, exactly. Except she's not marrying rich people and successful people. Mo's smart, dude. Mo's like, I'm gonna marry a dentist's daughter. Like,
Get that
mad
good
respect.
insurance.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not saying his current wife is rich, but I'm pretty sure she has a good job. And Mo, and they've been together a long time. So I like Mo's current wife.
I gotta tell you, to make me feel really old, Brent, who I used to work with here on this station and the country station before, when we used to do the Buccaneers radio shows back when we were on 1010. His brother used to come and bring his baby, his newborn baby, to like our gig at Hooters. We'd do a different Buck player every Monday, and he would show up and bring the little baby. And I used to hold the baby. You know, I love babies. And last night he came to the tailgate with his sons, who both have full beards, and I was like, how is this even possible?
Crushing Bud Lights.
Yeah, I used to hold this kid, you know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
wild.
I used to coach, my son's little league football teams and stuff, and I'll be at like Walmart in Valrico, and I'll hear like, "Hey, coach," and I look over, and it's just like it's this big ass grown man, like you said, like a big full beard, looks like Chris Stapleton. I'm like, well, who are you? You know, it's weird.
I'll never forget your ex-wife's. One of her husbands came up to me. It was right when we first got to the Bone, and he comes up to me and he puts his arm up on a railing, like cool guy, and he looks at me and goes, "Okay, I'm an MJ fan. Tell me why I should switch and listen to your show." And I looked at him and I go, "Nope, you deserve each other." I go, "Stay with it." He goes, "No, I wanted to." I go, "No, you're not allowed to listen to this."
I know which husband you're talking about. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
You stay where you want to stay, buddy. Yeah.
Anytime I would see him, he'd be like, I did a little radio. I go, shut up, dude. Get away from me.
It's weird how many people think that they do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, like they think like I don't know.
They could all be comedians, every single one.
Right.
I used to be in radio. Oh, really? Where? Well, I did the school announcements.
Right.
That is the same.
Yeah, that stuff. I mean, I think of all the times that I slept in closets, and made how many years I worked for no money, and then they're like, "Oh, I used to be on radio." I'm like, "Shut up! No, you weren't."
Some of us are still doing that, Michael.
I understand. Don't worry, it pays
Johnny's
off.
gonna take a nap in the closet after this.
It pays off after a while.
No, it's fine. I forget who it was. Gio that said it last week. It's like, if you're in radio, it's because you love radio. Because there's only a small percentage of people that are making like real livable income. So that's why a lot of us have more than one job. And if you're in radio, it's because you want to be in radio.
Yeah.
It's
Nobody's
always
forcing me.
That's always been my biggest problem. Is I enjoyed it too much.
Yeah, same, dude. Same. That's why I'm here right now. I love it. Absolutely love it. I smile on the way to work every single day, even if I'm in traffic.
Gonna love it all the way till 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
No, actually, I just got an
Love the
update.
hell out of it.
I'm getting some relief.
Oh.
Yeah, mid-afternoon. They're gonna give me some relief.
Who is the other person who could run the board?
Oh, well, Jim is gonna be coming in. Jim from traffic.
Who the hell is Jim?
Jim, guys.
Jim.
Jim. He looks like Gene Deckerhoff's little brother. He's got a great voice. He does traffic a lot.
You're saying Jim.
Jim.
Okay.
Jim.
Is he like an eagle?
Does he have a last name? Does he have a radio name?
Geiger. Yeah, I think it's Geiger.
Oh, I do know that name.
Nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met Jim.
Yeah, he's got a great radio voice.
Jim Geiger. Yeah.
And then Mo's coming in at 4:00.
Oh.
Yeah.
They don't let him go out to Oldsmar?
I guarantee you, they gave him the option, and he's like, well, I could drive a lot less and just go into the studio. Probably got some food laying around. No. Maybe he's just being a good guy. Maybe he's just trying to help me out.
So you're out at 4 then.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
All
Pretty
right.
excited.
Not too bad, I guess.
Johnny filling in for Carmen, who had a family emergency and had to take off today. So Johnny is nice enough to step up and fill that slot.
I know my role.
Thank you, Johnny. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
You are speaking to me. I actually used to be in radio. And everything you said is spot on.
What did you do in radio, sir?
I was a program director of the first Top 40 station in Ithaca, New York. I did nights in Roanoke, Virginia, and in Virginia Beach at 704. I did nights at WSTW in Wilmington, Delaware, and was imaging director in Virginia Beach as well. So I get it.
You had a real career. You had a real radio career.
I did, and I lived on ramen noodles. I completely understand.
And what do you do
I did
now?
it for the love of the business. What's that?
What do you do now?
I actually drive Uber now.
Yeah. See you in a couple of years, sir.
Yeah.
I'll be there in a couple of years. Appreciate the call.
I got you.
All right, thank you.
I got to go, guys. I'm going to go drive off the side of a bridge.
Mike Calda Show, hello.
Hey, good morning. My name is Chris, and Cowhead used to be a friend of my ex-wife's, and I was the drunk alcoholic. Used to call in and embarrass myself and her and everybody. And I've been in recovery 2.5 years, and Cowhead's always been my dude. And I thought I'd call in sober.
Who is your
Say hi.
Who is your ex-wife, sir?
Her name is Simone Claudine Ratley. Now it used to be Langlois.
Yeah. And
But it's always been my favorite show.
Well, I thank you. You dated her or you were married to her?
I was married to her. We have a daughter together. She's in Arkansas with our daughter, and I got sober. I'm waiting for a transplant on my pancreas, but I turned my life around, and I just thought I'd finally call in sober and just, thank you for the good times. You were always better than fucking every.
Whoa! I got him. I know you're excited, buddy, but you can't use those words. Thank you. Holy smokes!
Yeah.
How'd you know his wife?
Oh, he's a banger.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I mean, not really, but yeah, but I liked her a lot. We back in the day when I was at FLZ, we kind of dated for a little while. She was smoking hot. She was a model. She was tall.
Oh, you made that guy an alcoholic.
I didn't even know him. Yeah, I know he did call one day and asked me. He goes, "My wife always says that she knows you. Is it true?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." She is. You want to hear the best story?
Hell out of her.
You want to hear the best story? Is one night when I lived with this guy Freddie in Oldsmar, and all I did was rent the room from Freddie. Like I couldn't even tell you what the kitchen looked like. I never walked past the front. I used to walk in the house, up the stairs, right into my bedroom. Knew nothing else about the house. And this girl comes over and spends the night over there, and she's like I said, she's like a classy broad. She's like tall and got long ass legs, and she's really pretty. And our house had a broken stair, and like when you walked up the stairs, you had to skip the third stair because it was flat down like this.
Right.
And we were walking down the stairs, and I'm like, I brought this girl home. We hooked up. We had a great night. This is great. Now I'm saying goodbye to her. I'm like, this is really. And right at that point, I hit the stair and slid down the stairs and took her legs out from underneath her, and she fell on top of me. And I was like, this is like a Friends episode. It was very embarrassing, but yeah.
Man, she was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Good luck with your pancreas, sir. All right, we got to take a break. If you'd like to get through, 800, if I may have met your wife back in the day, 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. Jeez. It took long enough to kick in.
It's the Mike Calta Show. 1025 The Bone. Couple of things to remind you of. Today, starting at 10 a.m., Drew and John save Christmas live at the Walmart in Oldsmar. And then 1 week from today, our last broadcast day of the year, we will be doing the Mike Calta Christmas Pub Crawl, brought to you by Bud Light. That is happening in downtown Newport Richey, where the folks at Bud Light are responsible for giving away a Calta cruise for two at the 4 stops that we make on the pub crawl. And then we ended the last bar, Bourbon on Main, where our gift to you will be the gift of face melting from Pitbull Toddler for a solid hour of entertainment. And then we're all going to Gio's RV.
Yeah.
So we could spend the night there.
All right.
Looking forward to that.
I think I'm getting down there at like noon.
Me too. I'm staying in your RV with you.
Yeah.
I have a very special surprise guest on the phone.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show our dear friend, Mr. Brian Knobs.
Hey, nasty.
How you doing?
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm hanging in there, man. It's been
Knobs,
been the craziest year of my life, man. I'm telling you that. I mean, Jesus.
You sound
I'm
so
getting my
much
foot
better.
almost amputated. I almost got my foot amputated a couple times, and they got this wound that I got on my foot. It got infected like that. 3 different times they had to put a PICC line in, and it's just been, just a slow process of healing.
Yeah.
And, then besides that, I lose one of my best friends in the world, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
That was a shock because I talked to him 2 days before that. I talked to Jimmy, and Jimmy said, he's doing all right and everything. And then, I get that call, and I was just shocked. It took me a while to process. I still haven't processed it because I still think I'm going to go down and see him for karaoke. You know what I mean? So
let's face it,
it's been a crazy year, man.
In this last year, nobody thought that you'd be the one to outlive Hogan.
Yeah, really. A lot of these guys, I didn't think I would. Yeah. And I'm still hanging on, so.
I know. Listen to me. I know. Would you trade Jimmy Hart's life to have Hulk Hogan back?
Oh.
What's that?
Would you trade Jimmy Hart's life to get Hogan back?
Oh, no, man. Jimmy's good. He always calls me. He's like a second dad to me.
Yeah.
He calls me to see how I'm doing every week. You know what I mean? He is a really good guy. He's a really good friend.
Good.
You know what I mean? That's why Hogan liked him around all the time.
Yeah.
Because he's always willing to help. Whatever you're doing, and he always jumps in. He's a great guy, man. He's one of my best buds. He's like I said, like a second dad. I lost my dad a couple of years ago, but he always calls me and makes sure I'm okay every week. He calls me.
Well, I got to tell you, you sound so much better than since the last time we talked to you. That's good. I'm glad. I was really worried about you last time.
And Mike, you do have knobs in the death pool.
I have knobs on the death pool.
Yeah, you do.
John, knobs. You're going to make me lose money. You're not going to die before the end of the year.
Yeah. I hope not. you never know the way my life goes. Jesus. But I haven't been doing nothing. I mean, after I got out, I'm still in a hotel, actually.
Still?
In the hurricanes. Yeah, I never got a chance to go look at houses. And then when we did, my foot got infected again. So, and then after I went that one round when you called me. I went that one round to a rehab place, and it was the worst rehab you could ever be in your entire life. I heard it was the top 5 worst in Pinellas County.
Wow!
And they treated you like shit.
Oh,
and,
you can't say that.
It was horrible, man. It really was.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
I'm nasty in there and everything.
I'm glad you're back out now. Now, from what I understand, you got a gig coming up this weekend.
Yes, I'm going to be at O'Brien's in Brandon for the Buffalo Bills backers of Brandon, and my good buddy Frank Santini, who's a good lawyer for personal injuries and for car accidents. He was a student of mine, one of my first students I ever had when I used to run my school back in 2010. So he asked me would I want to come out for a couple hours, and I haven't been out of the house and out of this hotel, and I don't know when. I'm just had my foot propped up all the time, and I rarely get out of here. All I get out of here for is doctor's appointments. I had 3 this week. I have 2 next week. Like I'm going to doctors every week. It's hell.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Let me remind everybody, it's happening this Sunday at O'Brien's in Tampa now, in Brandon rather. Now the good.
In Brandon, yeah. Brandon. I think it's 701 Lumsden or something like that, but it's called the backers of Buffalo Bills. And Frank's a sponsor for them, and I like the Buffalo Bills because. We closed down the yard in 1995.
Right.
And Jim Kelly got involved in our match, and I got to be real good friends with Jim. I known him since the 80s because him and Rex Luger went to Miami together.
Wow.
So I got to know Jim real good, and I know all the guys. So all the guys from that era. That when they won 4 Super Bowls in a row, I mean, not one.
They went
to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they went there. They didn't win. They were still kicking that guy in the ass. I guess that went. They had it covered, and it went wide right, and he missed the field goal.
Well, Sunday, you have no Buccaneer game on Sunday, so you can go watch the Bills game, and you can go hang out at O'Brien's in Brandon and see our buddy Knobs, who hasn't been out in a while, and go hang out with him. I think that'll be a fun time for everybody.
Yeah. Well, they have like a tailgate going on, so there's all kinds of different things there. There's food there. People can come in early, and it's like a tailgate before you go into the bar.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it's right outside. They got all kind of stuff. A big truck with beer taps on it, and other people are serving food. And I was there last year. Twice I went there, and it's a good time.
Yeah,
it really is. And it's in Brandon, and it's O'Brien's, and it's on Lumsden, 701 West Lumsden, I think, or Lumsden, something like that.
Yeah, and it's a good place.
Yeah.
We played there before. I used to hang out there. Johnny B goes there all the time, so it's a good time. Oh, I hope everybody turns out to see you, Knobs, and I hope we can catch up soon and run into each other.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm going to do it. Like I said, I got this that GoFundMe. My buddy started me at GoFundMe, and I'm doing a big raffle for people that all donated. I'm giving memorabilia away and everything. So that's going to happen this next year.
Good.
I'm going to have a big raffle and give some of my memorabilia away that I wore and all that stuff. So, and some actual wrestling stuff from my other friends.
Don't forget.
A lot of people still call me, man. It's one thing. A lot of the guys still call me, and it's a good feeling. They call and check on me.
I know, and I worry about you, and I'm glad that you sound a lot better than you did last time we talked. And I definitely, even though I have you on the death pool, I don't want you to die. But you do promise me if that foot comes off, I get that foot. That's the best piece of memorabilia anybody could ever have. I'll put it in formaldehyde, and I'll keep it right here in the studio.
Hey, listen, you don't know how much I fought to save this foot.
Yeah,
because they were just going to cut the foot off. They were going to go all the way up to my knee.
Ooh.
That's crazy. So I didn't want that to happen. I said, no way. Whatever we have to do, I don't want nothing getting amputated. I want all my body parts.
I joke around, but I'm glad that you got your foot, and I'm glad everything is good. And I hope everybody turns out on Sunday to see you at the O'Brien's in Brandon.
Yeah, we know each other over 30 years already, man.
Yeah, we've been together a long time. It's been it's crazy.
Time.
Well, you've always been.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You've always been a good guy, and you've always been super nice to me and loyal, and I will always appreciate that.
Yeah, and you have always been the same to me too. So thanks for having me on, Mike, and thank you guys, Galvin, and everybody. Is Spanish still there? And we're at.
No, no, he is not. He is not here.
He's not there anymore.
No,
Okay.
he's gone.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, tell all the guys I said hello, and tell your family I said hello too, and Merry Christmas.
Thanks,
to
Knobs.
everybody.
Thanks,
Good
Knobs.
talking to you, buddy. There you go, the great Brian Knobs, wrestling legend.
Thank
See him
you.
Sunday at the O'Briens in Brandon. He's a great guy, Knobs. He's so much fun. You want to party with somebody and drink beers and watch a football game? That's your guy.
Yeah, it sucks that he's dealing with all those health issues, man.
Yeah,
it's
I
been
know.
a while now.
I know, and I don't know. Knobs kind of hinted towards this last time. I said to him, "Don't you have any friends that have? Don't you have any best friends that have a couple $1 million in the bank that could be able to help you out a little?" And he said, "I know everybody thinks Hogan should just write me a check." He goes, "But you don't know what Hogan's given me already. You know what I mean?" So I don't really know, but
He's got to know. There's got to be somebody that can help him get into an apartment so he can get out of the goddamn hotel.
get out of the hotel. Yeah,
Vince.
yeah.
Anybody.
Jim
Clearly,
Kelly.
Vince has got a problem with him because the fact that Knobs and Sags aren't in the Hall of Fame
yeah,
is
it's
just a
wild.
travesty.
But also-
they have to have some sort of heat with somebody.
Vince is out of the WWE now. He's not running
Yeah,
anymore.
completely.
Triple H is running that whole
I
thing.
know, and Triple H has been known to bring guys back, like Bruno Sammartino. They said would never do anything with WWE, and
Yeah.
he got into the Hall of Fame. So, there's got to be a reason. Maybe it's Triple H is the one that doesn't want them. I don't know what it is, but it's not their record and it's not their
No.
history because they should be in.
When it was here in Tampa, it should have happened.
Yes, for sure.
They're both here locally.
For sure.
Like,
That
come
would
on.
make the most sense
Yeah.
for sure.
And the thing is, it would mean so much to those guys. Like
Yeah.
for Knobs, that's like the be all end all.
And God forbid something ever did happen with his health. We joke around a little bit, but what if he did pass away and then
Yeah.
they do it and Jerry has to go up there and go in by himself and talk about what a great guy Knobs was.
It's just how much it would mean to them.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. It is the Mike Calta Show. If you want to get some phone calls in, you got one more chance to do it, and that is happening next. 800-771-1025. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 1025 The Bone.
It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 1025 The Bone. 800-771-1025 are our phone numbers. I'll grab some phone calls here in a second, but first I want to know if your home is losing air. If you're walking into rooms and you're realizing the airflow isn't as strong in one room as it is in the other, or worse, if you look up and you see dirt and dust building up on the vents, or if you could smell something funky in the air, my friends at Superheat and Air and Plumbing are offering a free duct cleaning estimate and home flow airflow evaluation. There's no pressure, just the info you need to make smart decisions. So if your energy bills are high, your airflow is weak, your vents are dusty or smelly, this free service can make a big difference. Superheat and Air and Plumbing will inspect your ductwork, measure your airflow, and give you clear answers. But don't wait. It's going to only be there for a limited time. It's Superheat and Air. You have them come on out and check your house. They'll go room to room, and they'll get all your ducts in order and make sure that your home is operating at the capacity that it should be, and that you're not wasting money just letting 30% of that air escape. Call them today at 813-618-5818. That's 813-618-5818. Or you can simply find them online at superheatandair.com and know that they are there for your plumbing needs as well. Whether you have a 24-hour emergency with your air conditioning, your heater, or your plumbing, superheatandair.com will fix it all. Tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. I will take your calls. I want to remind everybody also that today, Drew and John Save Christmas starts at 10 o'clock at the Oldsmar Walmart. And then next Friday is our big pub crawl. All those things, all the information can be found at theboneonline.com. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. It's Awkward Joe. I was just saying I still have the cameo from you, Mike, helping me propose to my wife, and I'm grateful for another year of 2026.
Wow.
And you guys are the best.
Thank you, Awkward Joe. Appreciate it. You guys still married? Everything good?
Still married, had a little break, but still back together and rocking out with the I'm trying really hard for
I know.
Friday.
You ran into a wall there.
Right.
We're rocking out with the.
Let's just end it at that. You're fine.
all right.
You're fine. Good job.
You're trailing off, Awkward Joe.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, it's Medicine Man.
Oh, hello, Medicine Man. I got 19 lines. I pick up yours.
I think Medicine Man picked the Falcons.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, how you doing, Mike? How you doing, guys?
Good, sir. What's happening?
Hey, Bolts looked great last night. I mean, after that 7th streak and losing a few games, and they came back strong. But I had a question for Gio. I mean, Johansson's been playing great. I know that Vazzy's on IR. Have you heard anything about why he's on that? I haven't heard anything.
No, the hockey injuries, they never disclose that until the end. You find out the guy had 2 broken legs and a ruptured spleen, and he was playing in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's not like football.
No, they don't disclose that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They just keep saying he's day to day, and I'm wondering, like, what the heck? He was playing so great. Didn't notice anything.
All right.
Well, listen, you guys have a great holiday and a great weekend.
Thank you, too, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, because Hedman just came back a few games ago, and he was gone for a while, and they're like, Hedman's back.
Yeah.
You know, what happened?
Broken arm.
Don't worry about it.
Because they don't want to tell anybody you got a broken rib, so then everybody knows they hit Hedman in the rib next time he goes out there, you know?
Yeah, they just have to say, like, the area. I think Vazzy right now, it's a lower body injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 2 broken legs.
Below his shoulders. Mike Calta Show, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
I know you're there.
Is it me you're looking for?
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to know, just get some information on the toy drive tomorrow. What time does it start tomorrow?
Toy drive is today, sir.
Today?
What day is today?
Sir,
Today's Thursday.
Today's not Thursday.
Wait a second. Let me check.
Hold on.
Do we have
No, so
you
yesterday, yeah, because the day before yesterday was Wednesday. Yesterday was Thursday. So today.
The Bucks played on Thursday.
Right. It was Thursday Night Football last night. Yeah.
So that means today must be
what?
Friday?
Friday.
Today's
yeah,
what?
Today's Friday.
I think so.
That's right.
Is it Friday?
Yeah, today's Friday.
Today's Friday?
Friday.
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 Friday. Friday. Friday. Friday.
I was like the secretary on Ferris Bueller.
Hold please.
Medicine Man, what do you got planned for the weekend? Are you going to see DRI tonight?
Maybe, hooked up with Chris or something like that on the show, but I'll probably be at the New Florida Parade tomorrow.
Are you in the bathroom right now?
I think my speakerphone is an echo to it, and I hit the wrong.
I can't tell.
I was gonna say
Go
we-
see Gio.
Yeah.
Medicine Man.
I'll probably be out there. Yeah,
At the Christmas parade downtown New Parade.
My family wants to go. I don't like parades.
I don't like parades either, but I do like the parade environment. Like I like a post-parade bar. You know?
I'm hoping I can just drink and ride around town on my brother-in-law's golf cart.
Yeah. Which one? The fountain one?
No.
Mhm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And on that note, I think we're done. Don't forget today, starting at 10 o'clock, you can go see Drew and John as Drew and John Save Christmas. They're at the Walmart in Oldsmar. Go out there. I mean, you don't have to. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try and buy something significant, either a bike or a toy or a PlayStation or something. But you could do anything. Couple action figures, couple Matchbox cars.
Yeah, you can get a couple things for like $10.
Yeah, they always got things on sale. And that's why they do it right there at the Walmart. They make it easy for you. Just go in, buy the stuff, put it right in the truck, and try to help out the kids in Tampa Bay. They'll be there all the way through 7 o'clock tonight. So stop by and see them. The Walmart on Tampa Road in Oldsmar.
Sometimes they'll even take cash too, and they'll go in and buy it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Gio, is that parade tomorrow? Is that a gay parade? It's a trick question. All parades are gay.
That's why you were 26.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Johnny B, thank you for filling in last minute for Carmen, helping us out.
Happy
Have a great-
anniversary.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you guys on. We'll see you guys on Monday. It'll be our final week of broadcast next week for 2025. All ending with our big pub crawl.
And don't forget, Year in Review.
Year in review with Corporate Disney. will be in.
It's happening Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay. And then Ronnie D and the Deep Inside the Music guys are coming by.
They're coming in, yes.
We got a lot of things. Our last check-in with Cody Tucker, I sent his Christmas gift to him.
Got to pay Carmen for the death pool.
And we got to do our Secret Santa stuff.
We'll do some football picks again.
All right.
We'll pick the Bucks to lose against the Panthers.
I'm picking them to win. They're winning.
I just text my wife. I go, why do I let this bother me so much?
Talk to my wife. She'll probably give you better answers.
Yeah, I'm very upset the Bucks lost.
Yeah, you've been extra irritable today.
And I
all day you've been like that.
I'm more upset that Bucky Irving had 67 yards and then got sacked in the back field and lost the yards when I woke up.
At 45 years old, I shouldn't let this affect me as much as it does.
You're not bonused on it. You're not bonused on it.
I know. Why do I care? Why do I care? And they don't care.
When they lost, I got up out of the chair and I just went, yeah, it's not even shocking. I was like, yeah, I knew it. I just knew it.
I want to not care.
Yeah.
No more creamsicle.
No. That's garbage. We always lose.
Prime time.
You have to play like the orange jerseys.
No after show. Drew and John are live coming up in minutes. We'll see you guys. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.